he calls Pyro. Our flames hide something deeper.
What's the
Salve,
matter?
salve, Samuel!
Are you the
Meu
Aegis?
primeiro
Or
videogame
aren't you?
foi Nintendo 64. Eu não tive 64, viu, cara? Acredite se quiser, a transmissão da Nintendo não está naquelas coisas não, galera. Tá bem complicado, viu?
If you know what you desire, you will have to show it. Not with words, but with your
Tá chovendo muito aqui.
strength. Everyone, let's go!
Xenoblade 2 Holiday 2017.
Sometimes you need a hero. A sword swinging, fire wielding, stone cold hero with an insatiable appetite?
Apesar de ser fibra aqui, mas a chuva tá atrapalhando bastante, acredito eu, viu?
Hi everyone, I'm Shinya Takahashi from Nintendo.
Sinto muito,
I
mas
hope
hoje não
you've been
tem
enjoying the
tradução,
journey
viu?
with Nintendo Switch so far. When I found out that Nintendo Switch is being accepted by video game fans from all over the world as a home console that could be taken with you anywhere, I felt so relieved. Take Switch outside, come together, and share the experience. This idea was how we hoped people would play with Nintendo Switch. But people are coming up with many creative ways to play, in all kinds of places, in many more ways than we expected. This summer, Nintendo and its third-party partners will release many multiplayer games that can be played anytime, anywhere, and with anyone. We hope there will be many heated competitions that will be ignited by Nintendo Switch. Now, we'll continue our look at even more new game worlds for Nintendo Switch. But before we do, there is one announcement we'd like to share from our very special friend. Please take a look.
Hi everyone,
Pokémon
I'm
Company.
Tsunekazu Ishihara from the Pokemon Company. Just the other day, we announced that Pokken Tournament Deluxe is coming to Nintendo Switch. This is the latest version of the premier Pokemon fighting game. Two people can dive right into battle using two Joy-Con controllers, so you can experience heated Pokemon battles with just one Nintendo Switch console. There are some fresh additions, including new Pokemon, and this deluxe version of the game will be on display at E3 for attendees to play. I have one more announcement. Game Freak has begun developing a core RPG Pokemon title on Nintendo Switch. It may not release for more than a year, but we hope you'll look forward to it all the same. In the meantime, let's enjoy this year's E3.
Ishihara-san, thank you very much. We heard that the Pokemon series is being developed for Nintendo Switch. What kind of Pokemon game will we be able to play on Nintendo Switch? I'm looking forward to it myself. At this year's E3, we're mostly showing games that will be released in 2017. But please know that here at Nintendo, we're working on many forms of entertainment that can only be made possible on Nintendo Switch. We hope you'll look forward to them as well. Now let's continue on with the journey with Nintendo
Dani Muniz,
Switch.
bom dia, bom dia. Como é que tá? Expectativa aí pra assistir o nosso Nintendo. Vamos ver se a Nintendo agora vai empolgar, hein? Ver se vai trazer jogos aí que a gente faça valer a pena querer ter um Nintendo Switch. Mostrou alguns jogos aí, mas pra 2018 também, hein? Dani, seja bem-vindo, tá? Não lembro se você é inscrita, Metroid 4 Prime. Agora está em desenvolvimento pela Nintendo, pro Nintendo Switch. Como sempre, só fazendo uma breve mostrando um pouquinho a coisa aí, né? Yoshi. Anderson Luiz Frasson, vamos ver se esse Nintendo salva E3. Ô logo, Anderson, o que você achou aí da conferência da Microsoft? E curti bastante. Acredito que a Microsoft ganhou essa E3. Ganhou assim, né? Com o anúncio dela e muitos jogos. E a Nintendo eu tô botando fé, porque a parceria dela com a Ubisoft também parece que vai ser bem legal. Yoshi 2018 também, só em 2018, galera. Não tem data marcada, só 2018. Então isso pode ser lá no final de 2018 também, a gente não sabe muito certo. A long time ago. Que isso?
We're under attack! Mother's in danger!
If she's up there, then...
You two must keep going. No, I'm coming with you. I am Marth, the Prince of Altea. We've come here to save you.
Remember that you can rely
Eu
on
não
your
lembro muito os
friends.
nomes dos jogos aí, quem souber já vai falando aí, hein?
Get it together, you two. If
Fala
you
lá,
can't do this,
fotografia,
who can?
seja bem-vindo, viu? Lasca o like aí.
You fought your way this
Paper
far.
Mario não.
There's nothing you two can't do.
Madrugando com televisão. Ô louco,
No matter
tá
the
acordando
danger,
agora?
we can overcome it if we're working
Pior
together.
E3 dos últimos anos.
All right, let's move
Facha...
out.
Fechadão
Together, we can
como
finish
a
this.
Ubisoft. Downgrade é mato. Tá revoltado com a E3 aí. Fire Emblem. Aí, já vai sair em 2017 ainda.
Hi there, I'm the Legend of Zelda series producer, Eiji Aonuma. You may have already heard about it during Bethesda's showcase that was held a few days ago. It was announced that select Zelda items will appear in the Nintendo Switch version of Skyrim. I'm really looking forward to exploring Skyrim with the Master Sword in hand.
Skyrim, né? Jogo já.
Oh, when did this Master Sword get in my hand? Next up, we'll take a look
Bem
at the
antigo,
DLC
né?
packs for the Legend of
Já
Zelda
foi prometido
Breath of the
mesmo
Wild.
pro jogo.
Let us
Fire
take
Emblem
you
Warriors
on a new Hyrule
pode ser
adventure.
que seja um jogo legal também. Pra quem curte aí bastante esse tipo de jogo. Mas de Nintendo, galera. E eles não colocando data aí eu fico meio... Como que eu vou dizer? dura isso, galera. Parece que não me atrai muito, sabe? Eu quero ver mais assim os jogos das third party, como vão rodar no Nintendo Switch, porque jogo da Nintendo a gente já sabe como que é, né? Zelda é Zelda, né, cara? Quem gosta de jogar, quem já tá jogando, mostrando mais de Zelda aí. DLC Pack 1. Primeira DLC de Zelda aí.
Oh.
O que eu achei absurdo, cara, foi Zelda cobrar, o Nintendo Switch cobrar por uma atualização pra jogar Zelda no modo hard. Quem quisesse jogar o modo hard de Zelda teria que comprar a atualização. Não sei se isso procedeu, mas achei muito estranho e meio fora do normal. Vamos seguir a meta então aí, meu amigo. Aí lá, fotografia. Será que a gente consegue, meu amigo? Não sei não, hein? Essa hora é meio complicado. É novo Zelda não, Zelda só é DLC ali. Já tive o Wii U, mas não tenho mais. Expansão DLC dia 30 de junho de 2017 e a outra Pro Holiday de 2018. Parece que eu não vi certinho ali.
What did you think?
DLC 2.
I actually have one more
Já estão
announcement that I'd
anunciando
like to
duas
share.
DLCs, então.
The 4 champions that appeared in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will be available as amiibo. The Zora champion, Mipha. The Goron champion, Daruk. The Rito champion, Rivali. And the Gerudo champion, Urbosa. You'll be able to use these 4 amiibo in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Aí que os amigos
Of
tão
course, you'll be
bonitos,
able to
hein?
use these in the DLC packs that you just saw, so please look forward to them.
This changes the game. Travel the world. Bring people together. Play anywhere with anyone. If video gaming is a journey, then anywhere has to include a stop right here in LA during E3. This is Magic Week, where booths buzz and channels glow, where the game worlds you've heard about suddenly spring into life.
Eu tenho vontade, cara,
And
de
this
ter o
summer,
Switch,
a
mas eu
new
acho que
kind
ainda
of
não
heated
é.
competition ignites right on Nintendo Switch.
Não é a hora,
It kicks
porque
off later today
tô
with
vendo
the
um bom
Splatoon
investimento
2
ainda.
World Inkling Invitational,
Sinceramente,
which brings
desculpa dizer,
teams
mas
from the Americas, Europe,
nada me
Australia,
chamou
New Zealand,
muita
and
atenção.
Japan
Ele falou,
to
isso
see
vale a
whose
pena comprar
colorful
o
skills are the
Switch.
best. Tomorrow, the Pokken Invitational will be held. You might recognize some of our 8 competitors who'll be duking it out in heated battles. Later on Wednesday, we'll see 8 players throw punches in the fun and competitive
Galera que
game
tá assistindo aí,
Arms,
obrigado por você estar
which launches
assistindo aqui
later
com o
this week.
Trevisan.
4 of our
Às vezes
players
pode dar
will
uma
be pros,
travadinha a internet
and
aí,
the
porque
other
tá
4
chovendo
will be
bastante
E3
aqui, viu, galera? Eu peço
attendees who rise
desculpas.
to the top by battling on the show floor. If you're going to E3, we hope you'll accept the challenge. And no matter where you are, be sure to catch up with Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3 for all the details and news about Nintendo Switch and Nintendo 3DS. But now, there are a few more worlds left to visit on our journey before we land in the booth. Let's go.
PC ainda continua sendo o melhor console de todos. Vamos pensar assim que o PC é muito caro, né?
New Rabbids game, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and it will be developed
Acho que os
exclusively
consoles são
for
mais
the Nintendo
práticos.
Switch. The Rabbids' crazy personalities and unpredictable
Esse sim é Rabbit, né? Que eu vi ontem na apresentação da Ubisoft. Eu curti pra caramba, é tipo um multiplayer do Mario aí, que eu acho que vai ser bem legal.
Mario and his friends will join them in an epic quest to put the kingdom back in order. We can't wait for you to play the game on August 29th.
(29 de agosto de 2017). Então tá aí, esse jogo já vai sair esse ano ainda. É um jogo que vale a pena sim, galera. Gostei desse jogo ter sido anunciado. Eu acho que vai empolgar bastante o pessoal que curte o jogo tipo do Mario aí. Eu acho que é um bom jogo. Rocket League, olha que legal, cara. Rocket League aí pro Nintendo Switch. Exclusivas Battle Car, customização, Cross Network Play, Holiday de 2017. Então quer dizer que estamos aí já, meus amigos, pro final do ano. Rocket League entrando no Nintendo Switch. Começando a aumentar a gama de jogos compatíveis pro Nintendo Switch aí. Eu acredito que vamos curtir essa third party entrando e entrando no console aí, com jogos novos, trazendo um conteúdo diferente. Mais de Zelda? Será que não chega? Parece Zelda, mas não é. Mas é bem parecido. Caraca, tem um Tiranossauro Rex aí, maluco. Eita, nós. Ah! Dá uma olhada nisso, rapaz. O mar em cima do dinossauro. Esse é o Mario, né? Que já falaram que vai ser lançado aí no final do ano. E é acho que um dos jogos mais esperados aí da Nintendo é esse lançamento desse Mario. Ele buscou bastante e é bem parecido com o Mario 3D, né? Do Nintendo 64. Em questão de preço, qualquer lugar é melhor do que o Brasil aí, hein? Olha lá a fotografia. Ô louco, ele possui o dinossauro. Consegue entrar dentro do dinossauro. Mario Odyssey. 27 de outubro de 2017. Então, galera, tá pertinho isso aí. Esse Mario aí já tá... Achei que ia ser pra dezembro, mas já vai sair em outubro. 27 de outubro. Parou? E daí?
Hey everybody, and welcome to Nintendo Treehouse
Ô,
Live
louco,
at
ficou muito
E3
tempo parado ali, achei que
2017.
tinha até
We're
acabado a
back for another year. We've
apresentação.
got a lot of great game content to show you and a lot of special guests swinging by as well.
A mulher podia
But to
ter
get things
pintado o
kicked off, we're
cabelo
gonna take
certinho
another
ali,
look
porque
at
ficou uma
Super
faia
Mario
aqui no
Odyssey.
cabelo dela que
Just saw the video in the Spotlight. It's going to be coming out on October
não ficou
27th,
bonito.
really soon. And we're going to take a look at some gameplay. I'm Sam from the Treehouse, joined by my colleagues from the Treehouse, Rob, and Scott on the end. And we have some very special guests with us for this segment. We've got the game's producer, Koizumi-san, and the game's director, Motakura-san. Thank you both so much for joining us today.
はい。
今日来ていただきありがとうございました。
はい、楽しみにしてました。
Really
よろ
looking
しくお願い
forward
し
to
ま
it.
す。
So I know folks are probably really excited to get into gameplay, but before we jump in, there were a lot of really cool reveals in that video, and I think folks are going to be really interested in all the different directions that you're taking this game. But at the core, there's really kind of a driving philosophy that you've got going. I was wondering if you could tell our viewers a little bit more about that.
このゲームの基本的なコンセプトを説明していただけますか。
まず今ビデオを見ていただいてどうでしたか。何か面白かったところはありますか。
First, could I just ask you, was there anything you saw in there that particularly surprised you or interested you?
I gotta say, the first time I saw that T-Rex, my heart stopped.
The dinosaur was a
It was
big
so exciting.
あ、よかったです。
Nintendo podia ter caprichado um pouco conseguido trazer alguma coisa para o público do Brasil, mas como sempre nem legenda em português ela coloca, então não esperava muito mais que isso mesmo.
Really big surprise for most.
マリオシリーズってマリオ
As trilhas sonoras sim são bem
分かりや
caprichadas.
すさであるとか、可愛らしさであるから、誰でも分かるような共感というもので、今まで作ってきて、今もこれも入ってるんですけども、今回は特に旅の驚きっていうことをすごく、盛り込みたいので、驚きというテーマを、体験もそうだし、ビジュアルもそうだし、たくさん詰め込んでます。
But we also want to balance that feeling of surprise with some emotional resonance, giving people something that's familiar, that's attractive, that's really cute from the Mario series, and bounce people back and forth between the familiar and the surprising.
でそれを体験するための新しいプレイシステムを、作りましたので、それは本倉さんに説明してもらいます。
So we've come up with some play systems to get that across as well. So it's not just a look and feel, but a play experience also. And I'd like to turn to Mr. Motakura to explain that.
今作は帽子を投げて敵や物を操って
Não dá nem para saber do que eles estão falando aí, galera.
物語になっています。
So the kind of overall story of this game is, you're going around, you're throwing your hat, you're taking over different enemies and objects, and you're traveling the world while you do that.
そのパワームーンっていうのがイコール驚きになっていますので、それを帽子を投げたり、いろんなものを操って箱庭を探索してもらえたらと思います。
And we talked about surprise before, but basically the unit of surprise in this game is
Valeu aí a
those
fotografia,
those
obrigado
always
aí pela
equal a surprise.
presença
So
até
you go
agora.
around, you throw your hat at different things, you control enemies, and you find things that are surprising, and that gives you a power moon.
Right on, so let's get into some gameplay. Rob, you're going to take us into New
Valeu
Donk
pelos
City.
likes aí da galera, já
First, I'd like
deixou.
to take a quick look at the Odyssey, for which the game is named. It's the ship that Mario uses to travel the world, and it's powered by these power moons, so you keep needing additional thresholds of them to get onto the next kingdom. And just to show off a little bit of the new moves, obviously there's the hat throw.
Vai ser o
You can make it
carro-chave
stay in
aí
place, which is sometimes valuable.
do Nintendo
It
Switch,
can
mas
grab
teria
things
que
for
ter
you.
sido lançado juntamente com o
There's two kinds
console.
of coins, which we'll talk about it a little later on.
Mas tudo
It's
bem,
actually there in that little
já
dialogue box.
foi.
We saw Cappy.
Oh yeah. Cappy is both the red hat that he's wearing and also in his native form,
Super
he's
Mario
a white top
Odyssey.
hat. And so one other move that's pretty cool is this circular throw, knocks away everything. But let's get down into the city. And as you saw in the trailer, so there's the capture mechanic lets you take over things. It also lets you do fairly exotic things like turn into electricity, travel through wires. So how did the capture mechanic come about?
キャプチャーという仕様を作ったきっかけは何かありましたでしょうか。
そうですね。今作はものすごくいろんな
jogar na
施策
cidade,
って
né,
いうも
cara?
の
É
を
bem
して
diferente
から
do
作ってい
conteúdo
き
já
So when we were
feito.
making this game, what we started out doing was
Mas
making
inovando
just a
sempre a
huge
Nintendo,
amount of
trazendo o
different
Mario
gameplay
jogando na
prototypes.
cidade aí, e outros
この
lugares
キャプチャーという
também,
アクショ
pelo
ン
que eu
もそのう
sei.
ちの一つです。
And this capture action was just one of those prototypes.
みんなでこうアイデアを出し
GTA で Mario
中に出てきたんですけども、それをそうですね、2、3日ぐらいで作って遊んでみたらものすごく面白かったので、すぐゲームの中心に入れようと決めました。
So, it was just one of the ideas that came up, but we worked on it for 2 or 3 days, and it just instantly turned into something that was really fun, and we decided, well, okay, this should just be the center of this game.
I love how much it encourages that exploration and experimentation that I think the Mario games along these lines are so known for when you think about Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine. Here we've got so much stuff that just looks interesting, and you're wondering, okay, what will happen if I throw my cap at it? You never really know what's going to happen, so you want to try everything just to see.
何でも試してみたくなる仕様ですね。まあどういう要素があって。
そうですね。いろんなものにこう帽子を投げて試してもらえたらなと思ってます。
Yeah, I definitely hope people, while they're playing this game, they just throw their hat at everything and try all sorts of different things.
Whoops, that was a mistake. Right now, normally, if you were following the story path of the game, you'd be talking to Mayor Pauline, who wants you to recruit musicians. There's one there. But we're going to ignore that right now because there's lots and lots of things that you can do following the main story of the game. Like possess rockets and turn into rockets with mustaches.
And why wouldn't you do that if you could? Actually, that's an interesting note there. So you mentioned Mayor Pauline, and I think our sharp-eyed viewers will have noticed that some of the street signs are references to some Donkey Kong characters. We've got some interesting red girders going on here. I wonder, Kozuma-san and Monokura-san, if you can tell us a little bit more about this city. It's got some interesting backstory.
やっぱりポリン市長がいて、ニュードンクシティという名前がついてると、なんかもっと何かこの都市について説明していただけますか。
そうですね。名前もそうですし、ポリンってドンキーコングのキャラクターで何かのゲームに関係がありそうです。
Aparentemente não parece ser tão difícil, né, galera?
So,
Tem
certainly you can tell
certo grau de tanta dificuldade assim.
The name New Donk City probably leads you to a couple of hints, but we can't get into.
Geralmente parece que o jogo de Mario ele é mais frenético, pouco mais rápido, sei lá. Aparentemente ele parece
look
ser
forward to
assim.
hearing more about that.
I gotta take the long way.
Oh, good luck. And this is interesting here where we see, I mean, really throughout New Donk City, and I think throughout the world, we've got these really fun playground elements where you're bouncing on things, you're jumping on things, you're swinging. Can you tell our viewers a little bit more about how you came up with that kind of play mechanic?
Ele vai pra lua agora?
ぶら下がってして、飛び跳ねたりして、まあいろんな環境のものになんか反応させられるんですけど、まあどういうふうにそういうなんか遊び場っぽい雰囲気を出せるようになんか考え方ありますか？
はい。まずその施策っていうのでものすごくいっぱい遊びを作っています。それをこう配置してステージっていうものを作ります。まず。
So, going back to that prototyping process I was talking about before, we obviously create lots and lots of different ones, lots and lots of different game ideas. And then next what we think about is where to place them within the stage.
そこにそのアートであるとか具体的なものを載せて遊んでみます。
So, we put it in the stage, we like combine it with different art assets,
Oh, Mario,
kind of like
Assassin's
real
Creed.
things to see what it might actually look like or work in game, and then try playing it.
そうするともっとこうしたいとかいろんな意見が出てくるので、それをさらにそこに上乗せして作っています。
And then, obviously out of that, like different things come up, like, oh, maybe we could do this a little bit differently, maybe this could actually work like this instead, and then we kind of add that to it, and the process just continues from there.
なので先ほどちょっと出たタクシーなんかをジャンプさせるのもスーパーマリオサンシャインでもちょっと似たような仕様があったので、そういうところからちょっとヒントを得ています。
And so, you saw before, we were able to jump on top of the taxi, and that's something that was sort of in Super Mario
Ainda não,
Sunshine
casal bom
at
de
the
garfo,
time,
ainda
so
não saiu
in that
nenhum.
we were also getting hints from past games.
Multiplataforma, sim, ela não mostrou não, só mostrou mesmo
as I mentioned, the goal right now is to recruit these musicians. When I was first playing this game for a feedback
do
report
outro
for the
do Mario
development
lá
team,
que eu esqueci o
I
nome
could
agora.
not figure out how to get to this guy on the top of this building. You can just barely see him. He's a speck right now in that triangular building. And the way I eventually found to do it was to take a really long fall.
I did that too.
And that worked.
I feel bad for his knees.
A bit to my surprise. And I wanted to know, when you saw that report from me, what was that a problem to be solved? Was that a cool thing? What was that?
このマリオはNCR の報告書を書いていたときに、こういうふうにトランペットのバンドマンを到着できますよと書いてましたが、それを見てちょっと困っていたんでしょうか。
Mario Invencível。
はい、それは読んだんですけれども、今日ここでプレイするとは思わなかったです。
Yeah, I did read that. I didn't know you were going to be playing that right now.
Troublemaker.
Ó, tipo Ninja Gaiden.
I also know the real way. or another way.
本当のやり方も分かってます。
でも自分でこういろんなプレイの仕方を探してもらえたらと思うんですけども、それもスーパーマリオ64やスーパーマリオサンシャインから続くものだと思います。
But you know, you found your own way to play it, and like you know, letting users play around with the game and find their own ways of doing things. That's something that goes way back in 3D Mario, in Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine as well.
So this is actually one of the two kingdoms that's going to be playable on the show floor.
Olha
The
daí,
show
o
floor,
que
of course,
que esse
isn't
cara
open
fez
yet,
até
so
agora?
we don't have folks playing the game
Não vi
at
nada
this
muito
moment, but I'm really
importante,
looking
nada
forward to
muito.
talking to folks after they've played it, because I think there's so many different ways to problem solve and find the
Subiu
moves in these
prédio,
kingdoms.
pegou umas
I'm not even sure folks will
moedinhas.
find everything over the course of the show, but it's going to be interesting to find out how different people approached completing some of these objectives.
But the
tem
game encourages so
imitação
much
não, galera. É um
experimentation
jogo
because
meio
you're kicked out of the
paradão.
level every time you find a moon. There is no reason not to
Simplesmente
investigate
isso.
every little
Por
thing you
enquanto
can see
tá,
that might be interesting.
tá parecendo
There's no time limit,
introdução
there's
assim,
no-
ó. Aprenda a
there's no
fazer,
distance
sabe? Quando você começa um jogo, um tutorial ali,
Lots and lots of cool stuff.
como escalar,
Whoa!
tá parecendo
Yeah, it is
isso.
a very interesting change that adds, I think, to the
Primeiro
immersion in the kingdoms. When
foguete
you
que
think about
aparece assim que
Super Mario
possa
64, Super Mario Sunshine,
causar alguma
whenever
coisa a
you
ele
got
foi
your
agora.
sort of
Primeiro
whatever the
momento
collectible
que
objective
aparece
was,
alguma
depending on the
coisa
game
que
you were
possa
playing,
ser
you'd
significante.
get bumped out of the area and you'd have to come back in. But here, since you're not going to
Realmente
get booted out
parecia um
the kingdom
tutorial
from
ali.
the
Agora
power
começa a
moon, there's a lot of
aparecer
encouragement
alguma
to just
coisa
go
aqui.
check out that weird thing you saw
Olha lá,
on the horizon,
tire
because
vida
you can
dele,
still
porque
continue
as
with whatever
quedas
your memory
em
is.
cima, ó.
Oh no! But then, keep on
Ainda o
tracking and
burro não
finding
sabe
moves.
jogar.
Another reason to explore everything is that there's very little punishment for dying. I just lost 10 coins, and there's lots. So, and I get to try again right away.
Chegou a dificuldade, ele começa a morrer.
Oh, look at that.
It's also worth mentioning that the bullet bills here are coming out with visors on, so they cannot be captured until you knock their hats off, because an enemy with a hat is the scariest thing
Ah,
in
tá
this
no
game.
foguete.
Fashion is very important in this game. You got to be conscious of your headwear. Oh, careful.
Ah, mas olha lá, é
Well,
muito
apparently
burro
this is not my
demais,
day
hein?
for this challenge.
That's right, third time's a
Ah,
charm, right?
que é isso aí?
And if at first you don't succeed, give up on the third attempt.
I'm just looking at
Ou
the
o
space
Chaves
where,
dizendo, ai que
we saw
burro,
other
dá
sections of the
zero
dog
pra
city.
ele.
Looking here, I'm just so impressed with the texture work that's been done, and I feel like every time I see a new build of this game, more and more of these textures are just jumping out at me. It's really fun to see in person.
Tá parecendo que ele nunca
It
tinha
is
jogado.
a gorgeous game, and we have some other segments later on in the stream that are going to highlight some especially pretty areas.
Oh, you got this.
Yeah.
And oh, while I'm keeping my fingers and toes crossed, yes.
Thank you.
One thing that we haven't mentioned yet that we probably should talk a little bit about is the fact that you're playing with Joy-Con with the wrist straps attached.
Yes.
And that's a really fantastic way to play this game. It of course supports
Realmente, a primeira parte ali que eu vi que tem um pouquinho mais de ação assim. O rapaz chegou a morrer duas vezes porque caiu ainda.
I'm going to switch to a different section of the game where I show the sand world, which is also playable on the show floor. So give me just a moment
Oh,
here.
no worries. But I do love that as
Poderia
you're
ter mais
experimenting, I think we'll see
elementos
folks doing that on
ali
the show
pra-
floor here. So many of your gestures will affect how Cappy moves.
Como é que fala?
that
Pra
when you're holding the Joy-Con with the wrist straps attached, you really want to just try moving your
dificultar
hands in
pouquinho
different
mais a
directions,
ação do
like
Mario, não só
up,
ali, mas no
down,
chão também,
out.
sei lá.
But I was really impressed by how well that implementation was put into play. Here we are.
Yeah.
Oh, this place is so pretty.
So here we're in the Sand Kingdom, in the town of Tostarena. And they have a problem now because it's all frozen. Everything is cold for reasons, of course, that Mario will eventually solve.
Tá tipo no
Yeah, actually, if you hit
deserto
still
do
for a second, we
México.
can show his little idle animation when he's
Oh,
cold.
yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
really cute.
Oh, he's cold.
I love the locals here too.
Yeah, I think he's distracted by the local dancing around, but I think if he's by himself, then he really shivers.
Oh, poor Mario.
Yeah. So let's see here. One thing I did want to show off is, so as we mentioned, there's two kinds of coins in this game. And I believe the first time in the mainline Mario series, you can actually buy things with your coins. And I wanted to ask the developers how that came up, that currency should be worth currency.
なんでコインで買い物できるようにしたいと思ったんでしょうか。
はい、今回はコインを本当にお金として扱おうと思いました。
So we wanted, coins to be used as coins in this game. Actually, use them as money.
外国に行った時にその国のお金ってすごいなんか印象に残ってないですか。
And I think you'll agree. If you go to a foreign land, one of the things that makes the biggest impression on you is the currency.
これ使えるのとか思ったりしないですか。
you know, you kind of look at it and you think, wait, is this real? Can I use this?
今回はマリオもいろんな国を旅しますので、その国その国のコインというものを用意しています。
Tô mostrando bastante da apresentação, o gameplay aí do Mario Odyssey, que é a grande carta do Nintendo Switch é o Mario Odyssey.
And you know, they're collectible items, so you can use them to buy different outfits or buy souvenirs.
Speaking of.
Yeah, and it's always fun to buy souvenirs, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Você pode usar essas moedas aí para comprar alguns souvenirs, parece, alguns itens aí que você vai poder usar. Olha lá, chapéu.
I'm going to buy, because the guy at the door said maybe I should, I'm not living up to their dress code, maybe I should buy some clothes to fit in better. I'm going to buy a local sombrero and poncho, and wait till you see how adorable Mario looks.
Being adorable, I just love the shopkeeper.
Yeah, and their huge stack of hats.
It's so cute.
And you can see some of the souvenirs you can buy there that you can use to decorate the inside of the ship.
Olha lá.
Nice.
Que da hora,
I'm
cara.
rocking this look.
Você consegue customizar a roupa do Mario, isso aí é legal.
Let's go try that door again. So my capabilities are the same. You know, it's still Cappy, even though he's turned into a different kind of hat now. He can turn into any kind of headwear, apparently. Exotic superpower. And, all right. So I go over and talk to this guy.
Let's see if you meet the expectations now. Ooh, snappy and lively.
Snappy and lively. I think the hat is the one and the poncho is the other. All right. And this is, of course, the goal I was working toward all this time.
Tocando música.
I love all these little moments of surprise where you never really know what's going to happen when you
Why
get
did I
into
want to
these
get in this room?
spaces.
I don't know. I wanted to get in this room so I could play guitar.
You want to get in because it's locked.
Yeah, exactly.
E marca a data que ele conseguiu conquistar ali também, né?
So then we're going to move on to some more traditional 3D Mario gameplay over this direction.
Now that you are terribly well dressed, it's time to go do some exploring.
Yeah.
And
And Bowser's footprints, I must be on the right track.
Faltou muito ele ter aí mais ação, galera. Mais ação, como os Marios são, assim. Tem ação de bastante bichinho na tela. Eu acho que deveria ter mais inimigos para ele lutar.
All right, the classic Goomba.
Yeah. And let's just do a big one for that.
Que o Mario, assim, parece que ele tem essas armas todas aí. Bem legais, mas teria que ter mais inimigos e ele parece ser meio que... Parece que ele fica meio invencível, assim, sabe? Os inimigos nunca fazem muita coisa com ele. Tudo fica, parece muito fácil. Deveria ter mais ação, mais canhões aí, eu acredito que isso seria mais desafiador.
And now I've got to very quickly capture my ride back.
And with bullet bills, you can only capture them for a limited amount of time because at some point they're just going to blow up.
Yeah.
So you have to be a little mindful of what you're doing.
Yeah, ao passar das fases vai começar a aumentar isso, né?
Almost to one of my favorite bits in this level.
Oh yeah, the next bit you're coming up to just blew my mind the first time I saw it.
So this place has these murals that look like they're decorated in this cool old school aesthetic.
Ó, tem uma parte 2D aí bem legal.
And I still got my costume.
Que legal.
So, Koizumi-san and Murokura-san, I think we definitely need to hear a little bit more background about why you added this into the game, because it's so cool, but it's so unexpected as well.
Bem interessante essa parte também. E pode ver que tem bem mais ação nesse 2D. Olha que da hora. Tá bonito o jogo, tá bem legal. Talvez isso, não sei se isso aumente a dificuldade com o passar do tempo que você vai jogando.
You know, the 2D spaces are kind of more confined. They're more precise. You know, it's more like kind of, you know, sort of traditional platforming elements.
同じステージの中でもそういった違った遊びっていうのを入れたかった。
But also within the 2D
É, a
stage,
Nintendo realmente trouxe o 2D para dentro do 3D. Ficou bem legal. Conseguiu fazer uma coisa legal, diferente. Muito bom, parabéns a Nintendo a isso, que eu acho que
So one thing I'd love to show off when we're getting out
é uma grande
toward the
sacada.
end of this space is just
O
how
cara
much
que tá jogando é
the
muito ruim.
music changes when we're transitioning back
Isso é
and forth.
verdade.
So I know we've been chatting, maybe it's hard for some folks to hear what's been going on here, but if we just pop in and out of that warp pipe, it's a pretty impressive transition when the music changes.
But there's no warp pipe up here.
Just don't jump off. No.
Yeah.
No,
but you
don't
can
jump
now see that it's more of a naturalistic instrument. So I'm
tá
going to skip ahead
cansado.
and show off the last part of this scenario. Okay, so for that, I will need these. Wrist straps, people. Always wrist straps.
Yes.
O que será que ele vai fazer agora? Trocou o controle, parece?
Yeah, it's worth mentioning too that we're only covering a tiny bit of what is in this kingdom. There's so much more to do and explore.
There's just a ridiculous amount. All right, so here we are. This is much later in the level. I'm still got my snappy outfit though. And watch these bullet bills transition out of the 2D, and then I'm going to
Olha lá,
use
sai
one
do 2D, vai pro 3D, a bomba, cara.
So another thing that's
Da
really handy
hora.
about the bullet bills as a capture target that you'll see here, when you're trying to target for really precision flying, it's got a little bit of a headlamp. Oh no, you're,
I'm doomed.
That's okay.
Morreu!
But it's got a little bit of a headlamp, so you can kind of use
See
that
where
to
you're
line
pointing,
yourself
yeah.
up.
It's super handy.
Ele morreu, ele morreu!
Okay, because we get to see this cute little 2D to 3D transitioning
I
in
love
with the
that.
bills.
It's so cool. All right.
All right, you got
O
this.
Monte de Gafo tá por aí ainda?
All right, here we go.
And with bullet bills, you can also give yourself little speed bursts as well. Shaking the Joy-Con will let you go a little bit further. So it's worth experimenting once you get a feel for the timing of how long a bullet bill will last.
It's kind of like driving a car.
O jogo tá muito bonito, galera. Graficamente o jogo tá bonito, colorido.
You can steer, but that's all you can do. And
Tem
all
moeda.
right, so up here we're about to confront one of the Brutals, and folks may have seen them in our original teaser trailer for this game. They are an evil wedding planning firm, and I'd love to hear more from the developers about how they came to be and what your favorite Brutal is.
ブライダルズという団体がこのペコンを企画してるグループらしいですけど、なんか一番気に入りのブライダルズは誰かいますか？
そうですね。彼らは
A Nintendo deveria dar um pouco mais de valor pro público brasileiro.
So they've, you know, as you kind of said, they've been employed by Bowser. They're in charge
Precisava
of
nem
making
ter a
sure his
tradução,
wedding
viu?
goes off
A dublagem, né? Porque num jogo desse não tem
They're very
necessidade.
serious about their work.
Mas as legendas, né?
なので、真ん中にいるちょっと背の低い同じような帽子をかぶったようなキャラクターがいるんですけれども、それがリーダーなので僕はそのトッパーというキャラクターがお気に入りです。
Mostrando bastante gameplay aí do Super Mario Odyssey pro Nintendo Switch. Vai ser lançado agora em outubro, dia 27 de outubro de 2017.
可愛いウサギさんの、キャラクターなんですけども、なんか可愛い香りしてるのに結構凶暴なんで、そのコントラストがすごい面白い。
Opa, bem legal assim a dinâmica de jogo, mas como falar, a dificuldade não está tão alta. Não sei se é por fase, que você vai passando, a dificuldade vai aumentando.
Her attacks are really fun to watch as well, especially when she starts flying around.
And it's worth mentioning, you fight each of the Brutals a few times, but their tactics get more and more intense and dangerous.
But I'll be honest, having planned a wedding last year, I would take the help of evil wedding planner.
Yeah, I mean, any evil help is better than no help.
Tinha que ter pulado nela sem chapéu.
They're willing to fight your enemies for you, and that's pretty great.
Oh, nice.
There we go.
Aê!
Nicely done.
Thank you.
É bonitinha, né?
Sorry, Harriet.
Now she'll be back. All right, so that's a grand moon worth 3 power moons.
And there we see Cappy in his natural state as well.
There he is, celebrating with Mario.
Gostei sim do gameplay de Super Mario Odyssey.
All right, so that's what we
Bem
have
legal,
for gameplay
bem
for
bonito,
right now.
sim.
We did have one more little feature.
Fica essa dúvida aí se realmente vai ser.
Got some new goodies that have turned up here on stage with us. So these are the amiibo for the game. We've got Princess Peach, Bowser, and Mario in their wedding outfits, and I just need to ask you guys about the development process for these, because the detail of the sculpting is incredible. It must have been a very interesting process getting these to the state they're in here.
このアミーバはすごいなんか細かい作り方になっているようですので、それについてちょっと説明していただけますか。
はい、ヒロインであるピーチ姫をより可愛く魅力的に作っています。
So first of all, we've got our heroine Peach, and we wanted to make sure that she just looked, absolutely stunning.
あとクッパとマリオもそのお相手であることに十分なビジュアルとしてデザインしています。
And then from there, we have Mario and Bowser as well, and we had to make sure that, in terms of visuals, they weren't going to lose out.
They got to keep up.
Yeah, they got to keep up. Yeah.
あとこのポージングっていうのも今回のテーマに合わせて物語性を持たせているのが特徴になっています。
And another characteristic of these is that the posing is very kind of directly linked with the story and what's going to be happening in the game.
Yeah, Mario's got kind of a humble bow thing going, and Bowser's kind of looking like, I own the world.
And I think Bowser looks pretty dapper here. The existing amiibo they're supported as well. I think we'll be talking more about that at a later point. But I think that's all we're allowed to show for right now, unfortunately.
Right now. We'll be showing more of this game later on
yes,
in the stream, of course.
But Motokura-san and Koizumi-san, thank you again so much for joining us here and sharing some of the insight about the development process of the game.
今日来ていただきあ
りがとうございました。
Thank you. Já estamos aí com 47 minutos, 50 minutos já de apresentação e por enquanto só Mario e os exclusivos mesmo aí da Nintendo. Third party por enquanto não apareceu muito não, nada praticamente. Dan Game, escreva aí galera, que eu retribuo vocês. Opa! Deu exemplo aí então, Den. Bastante stand ali para, acredito eu, para poder jogar o jogo, mas não tem muita gente jogando, né? Retornaremos em alguns minutos aí até a Nintendo. Uma pausa aí, a galera quiser conversar no chat, só conversar aqui com o Trevisan, meus amigos. Deixem aí o comentário, vamos aproveitar essa pausa também aqui. Dizer o que vocês já estão achando aí da apresentação da Nintendo na E3 de 2017. Super Mario Odyssey. Lançamento oficial dia 27 de outubro de 2017. Com bastante amiibos aí, viu? Nintendo quer faturar em cima de amiibo. Comentem, galera, vamos comentar aí no chat aí pra Trevisan saber o que vocês estão pensando também. Quem não for inscrito, peço que se inscreva aí no canal, dá essa força aí pro Trevisan. Temos visão aí dessa Tree Pause, onde é um stand, né, da Nintendo lá. bem customizado, com bastante telas ali, eu acredito, monitores para você poder jogar os jogos da Nintendo no Nintendo Switch. Muita demora aí nesse tempo de troca. O que será que eles vão nos mostrar agora? Não sei quanto tempo vai ter a duração, geralmente é 1 hora, né? Como fugiu do padrão na apresentação da Microsoft, que durou quase 2 horas. Tá dando sono, hein?
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Treehouse Live at E3. I'm Sam from the Treehouse, and for this segment I'm joined by my colleagues Reggie and Teresa. So Reggie, how you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. The spotlight was, as I said, direct, to the point. The reaction by the fans has been fantastic. I mean, certainly Super Mario Odyssey and what we showed from that. The little snippet of Metroid Prime 4 had the fans just tremendously excited. And, you know, it continues our overall message of how we approach E3 and what it is that we're trying to do. For us, it's all about showcasing content, typically content that's near in. So obviously we showed a little bit of ARMS, a little bit of Splatoon 2, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 coming later on this year. And then we also showed a couple little snippets of things that are coming a little bit further along. But so far the reaction has been fantastic, and it just continues, right? And that's why we're here on Treehouse Live, a little bit more in-depth view of the games, and so far so good.
Right on. I know we're kind of in the calm before the storm right now. The floor still isn't open, so we can actually still see the carpet. It hasn't been packed with people yet. You've had a chance to do some exploring around the booth. What do you think of the New York City come to life here at E3?
You know, the booth is fantastic.
Uma visão mais
embaixo,
né? Do que a gente estava vendo ali na pausa ali, tá bem customizado, né? Bem Nintendo mesmo aí, ó. A visão lá de baixo.
Every year they are outdoing themselves. Last year it was the takeover with Breath of the Wild. This year it's all about
cheio também, não sei como é que é a feira lá.
Aparentemente, go deep into the game.
Desculpa aí, mas quem estiver chegando lá pode
Super Mario Odyssey.
Jogar
the other half
facilmente ali
all
os
of our
jogos
other
da
content,
Nintendo.
including third-party content. We're showing FIFA 18 out on the floor. So it's a great booth, and as you say, this is the calm before the storm. Just as I was coming in earlier, there are already thousands of people out there just waiting to come in. And typically when the doors open, it's like the running of the bulls and they all come crashing into our booth. So it's going to be fantastic.
Nice. I remember last year we were down on the ground floor and you could actually feel the rumble in the ground when people started coming in.
That's right.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be exciting. But again, you know, for us, the spotlight was a focus on Nintendo Switch games. What people don't understand is that as we construct our overall presence at E3, we're very thoughtful around what's the best way to show content. And so Nintendo 3DS is going to play a key role here on Treehouse Live. We've got content that we'll be showing today. We've got content that we'll be showing really throughout the 3 days that we're
Queríamos
here.
ver se vai ter aquele sistema de conquista, essas coisas aí que a Nintendo já ouvi falar, né? Falar antes do lançamento do Nintendo Switch, mas até agora não foi implementado esse sistema aí de troféu, de conquista, né?
We've got other great games coming, and what people don't realize is that Nintendo 3DS was the only platform that grew last year in 2016 versus 2015. The only one.
Será que eles vão comentar aí
we've
nesse...
sold 66 million
na E3, se vai ter alguma modificação em cima disso?
Again,
Não
more
sei
than any
não.
other platform in this generation. People don't know that. I've got my handy dandy
Fala
new
Marlon dos Santos,
2DS
fique à
XL
vontade,
and
meu
obviously
amigo.
continuing to showcase new hardware. For us, it's all about continuing to drive that momentum.
Se for da sua vontade, se você quiser, fique à vontade, meu parceiro.
Exactly. It is really pretty, and it really showcases great. I'm playing Miitopia, right? One of the fun things about my job is I get to play the games early. I'm playing Miitopia. I've got Mii's of Mr. Aonuma, Mr. Miyamoto, Mr. Koizumi is in there. And of course, I had to have Bill as the Dark Lord, right? So I'm really enjoying it on my my new 2DS XL, and it's fantastic.
It's pretty sweet when you can play games and you're like, it's work. I'm doing this because I have to do this.
Well, so a funny story is I'm playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and putting in a lot of hours in that. I've got my family saying, so, you're doing this just for E3, right? You're doing this because you have to be able to show off and tell people you finished the game, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
and it's like, no, I'm doing it because I enjoy it and I want to do it. And so it's fantastic.
I don't know, using the work excuse might be a good way to get out of chores. You're like, sorry, honey, I have to do
Seja
this.
bem-vindo, viu, Marlon? Comenta aí à vontade, meu amigo. Ajuda a gente a conversar aqui na live para ter uma ideia do que tá acontecendo aqui. A gente bate um papo legal. Se você quiser, a gente conversa bastante aqui. Estão batendo muito papo ali, não tá interessando muito assim, porque não entendo tanto e não consigo traduzir para vocês. Mais ou menos eu entendo um pouco o que eles falam ali em inglês, mas para tradução eu não sou muito bom assim para poder comentar o que eles estão dizendo ali.
It's a key part of what we're doing here at E3. 3 different tournaments, starting off with Splatoon 2 later on today. Then we've got Pokken Tournament DX. We've got ARMS. Hopefully everyone saw how I humiliated Jeff Keighley playing ARMS on his show. But that game is going to really show well, I think, from the tournament scene standpoint. And for us, supporting the tournament community and really driving that that part of our engagement with our fans is really important to us. So we're very excited to see how the three tournaments play here at E3.
Yeah, I think it's been really fun watching people play ARMS, and especially watching high-level competitive players get into the real meat on the bones of that game. And there's such a level of nuance to the strategy and the actual technical ability that I've watched a few folks where they're maybe pro Smash players or pro players for another series, so they really are used to getting into the nitty-gritty and into the weeds of the mechanics. And you'll just see their eyes light up as they start playing ARMS. It's, I'm getting this.
Well,
this
exactly.
has got some interesting depth and flexibility to it. And I mean, even within the office, watching who's been picking which character as their mains and how we're gradually sort of growing as players as we're duking it out against one another. But it's been a real fun ride.
It's going to be exciting. I'm really excited to see how the players we have showcase that game, how they showcase Pokken Tournament as well. I saw a little bit of the pre-gaming going on, and that's going to be fantastic. So it's going to be very exciting for us.
So what else are you thinking as far as some must-see titles that we got going on here? Because we've got a lot to cover.
Well, we've got a lot. I mean, again, everything that we have on the floor here is showcasing and showing off fantastically well. I'm pleased to see the third-party support. We've got Rabbids on our show floor. Ubisoft obviously has that game in their area. That is really fun. I've been able to get my hands on that game. That is really fun to play. So it's going to be very exciting. We've got Fire Emblem Warriors here on our booth. That game is showcasing well. Really, everything we have shows so well, and I'm really thrilled to see what we're doing with third party as well.
And if we can jump to this, I think on this subject of cool titles, you've actually got something a surprise for us,
I
maybe?
I have a nice little surprise, right? And I said when I was with Keely that literally within the first hour of Treehouse Live, we would be breaking news. And that is what Treehouse Live is going to be doing all through the next 3 days. So we have some news. We have a world premiere of a new game. This is a Nintendo 3DS game that'll be launching later on this year. We're going to play for you the video for this new game. And then Teresa's going to demo it, and we've got the developers who are going to come talk about it as well. World premiere game announcement on Nintendo 3DS just for you.
Uns jogos pro Nintendo 3DS agora, galera. Vamos ver o que vai vir novo ou sei lá. Pra mim é tudo novidade, porque eu não tenho. Isso aí parece. Eu não conheço, galera, então vocês desculpem aí se eu comentar alguma coisa errada. O jogo é legal, hein? Pra 3DS, bem legal. Metroid, galera, não tô tão ruim assim, hein? Tô acertando. Metroid mesmo, Samus Returns. Bonito jogo, bem legal.
Well, surprise.
Yes, I am so excited to actually talk about this game.
Yes, welcome back, everyone, to Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3. I'm Audrey. I'm here with Teresa and Tim, and we have two very special guests with us. We have Sakamoto-san, the legendary creator of the Metroid series, as well as Jose from Mercury Steam. So thank you so much for joining us today. And as we just saw, we're going to take a look at Metroid, Samus Returns.
That's
so
right.
you've waited long enough. Let's jump right into it.
Yeah, let's jump right in to the start. So for the people at home that aren't familiar with the Metroid franchise, this is Nintendo's premier exploration-based sci-fi action game. It features Samus Aran, who's a renowned bounty hunter, and she's been sent by the Galactic Federation to planet SR388 to investigate and annihilate the Metroids.
She's the best at what she does.
Oh yeah, she's super cool. And this is actually a reimagination of the original Game Boy Classic that was released in 1991, Metroid 2, Return of Samus. And this game is just, it's beautiful. It's
a little bit shinier than the Game Boy version.
Yes, it is. And this game is still about discovery and exploration, you know.
Realmente o jogo tá bonito, tá bem colorido, né? Bem
so many pathways
bem
to
3DS mesmo, né? O 3DS pode
and this is classic 2D Metroid to a T. It's
dinâmico.
got the isolation, the exploration, and of course Samus just generally being amazing.
Yeah, and the great thing about this being on the 3DS is that there's so much detail in the background, and it's really heightened with the 3D feature on. And you can't see it at home right now, but it does feel really, really good.
Yeah, it sounds cheesy, but it adds a lot of depth to the experience.
Yeah. Oh, and something I want to actually show here on the show floor. So in the past, Samus was able to aim at 45-degree angles, but now she has this whole range of motion, which really allows for precision here.
It's really nice because especially as you get further into the game, there are enemies all over the place, so having the freedom to shoot anywhere you like is incredible.
Yeah. So the free aim... Oh. So the free aim here
Estranho
is
acabar a
also really
apresentação
cool here
assim
where
não sei se acabou, mas
I'm
vamos dizer
actually
assim.
moving it, and I actually have an enemy
já
on
passar
site and
pro
target,
3DS
the
mostrar
audio cue will change, and
third
also
party,
that
sei
it will
lá.
highlight in red.
Nós
So
estamos aí
again, it allows for a
com
little
mais de
bit
uma
more
hora
precision
de
here.
Yeah, it's still up to you to
apresentação.
aim precisely,
Não
but
sei
that nice
quanto tempo
visual
vai demorar essa
indicator is just
apresentação.
very helpful.
Yeah, and Samus here has her very basic abilities, and so as I keep exploring and seeing new environments, I'll hopefully gather new abilities to upgrade my suit. So this is another new ability that Samus has in this game, and it's a melee counter. And if I time it appropriately and immediately shoot, I do a critical hit on the enemy. But in the circumstance that I don't immediately shoot, I have some time to actually just shoot from afar and give myself a little bit more leeway to not get hit.
The melee counter is a new ability, as you mentioned, and it's really great because this game gets challenging.
Oh, yeah.
It's very, very difficult. And since we have Sakamoto-san here, while we're speaking about challenges, perhaps you could tell us a little bit about some of the challenges you encountered while developing this game.
このタイトルを、開発中に、出くわした、チャレンジや課題は何だったのでしょうか。
はい、メトロイドに限ったことじゃないんですけれども、ある程度確立されたゲームデザインのゲームに今までやったことのない新しい要素を加えるというのはとても難しいことなんですね。
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if you'd qualify it as a big challenge, but something that we face whenever we're working on something like this with an established style of gameplay. It's adding, what sort of new elements can we add to something that again is established and has
jogos de Android melhores, com certeza.
特に今までのシリーズファンの方々が満足していただけて、それでいて刺激的というものを追加するのは非常に難易度が高いと思っていました。
Yes, I mean, I really felt that it would be difficult, or could be difficult, to bring in new elements that would add a lot of excitement and at the same time make the fans of the franchise, happy and satisfied.
でも今回のサムスリターズではうまくいきました。
But I think this time with Samus Returns, I think we've done a really good job.
なぜかというと、私は非常に素晴らしいパートナーに巡り会えたからですね。
And why is that? It's because we found this really amazing partner to work with.
マーキュリー・スティームさんです。
And that's Mercury Steam.
星さんありがと
う。Thank you very much, Jose.
Thanks to you.
Yes, thanks to both of you. Yes. And as we were speaking, you actually got Samus's legendary Morph Ball ability.
I did, and this is very, very handy to get, as you can see through certain tunnels here. Here's a save station, which I don't quite need right now. So I'm going to keep on going and exploring this area. And here, this is a pretty bleak area from where I just was. And you'll see this gate here.
And this is a little different from the original game.
Yeah, it definitely is. And for people that haven't played the Metroid 2 in the past, this purple liquid is actually very painful. And I'll just kind of...
Yeah, don't... Oh,
yep.
She did it.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah, so I can't really go down there, and I want to, and I can't really interact with this right now, so I'm going to keep on moving forward and see...
And that's the nature of this game, is you'll come across areas that you just can't survive in yet, you just can't get past, and you'll have to acquire new tools and abilities to be able to keep exploring and keep pushing forward.
Exactly. So since I couldn't go through the door, I went up and around it. So I'm going to keep on moving forward, and this is also a brand new feature to the Metroid franchise. These are Aeon abilities. Aeon is a very mystical and powerful energy source, and they actually give abilities to Samus that are very different from the technical upgrades that she gets for her suit. So this one that I just gathered is called
mais bonito no 3DS, realmente por ser em 3D assim, tem uma qualidade mais bonita. Então, às vezes assim pela internet, a qualidade não surpreenda tanto, né? Mas de cores assim eu gostei, achei que tá bem chamativo.
Power-ups for them, and also more energy in order to refill that tank. So just to showcase,
one is scan pulse.
Yeah, so to showcase the scan pulse, if you see the bottom screen, the map usually kind of explores once you start moving. But if I use the scan pulse, it'll actually open up this quadrant of map already for me. And also on the upper screen, it'll show these blocks that I can easily break. So now I know that, oh, there was an actual hidden path there. So.
And normally you would just have to shoot everywhere to try and find breakable blocks, and you can still do it that way if you want to. But if you have the Aeon to pull it off, this scan pulse is also very, very helpful.
Yeah, keep in mind though that not everything can be easily broken with your laser. So you know that's kind of some ammo that you'd have to waste, and it's nice to actually have the Aeon ability to strategize about, you know, which one am I going to use? Am I going to use my ammo, or am I going to use the Aeon ability in order to keep on discovering and exploring?
Absolutely, and you know, throughout her long career, Samus has had a lot of unique abilities at her disposal, and as we've seen already, this game adds even more. So, Jose, perhaps you could tell us a little bit about the process you guys went through of adding new abilities like the melee counter or the Aeon abilities.
Yes, well, from the beginning, Sakamoto-san wanted Christine to challenge ourselves to bring new ideas to the series. So we were given freedom to prototype a lot of different ideas and mechanics and see which ones would better fit within the Metroid universe. And once these ideas and mechanics were discovered, it was just a matter of iterating and polishing the design.
Oh, wonderful. They really add a lot to the experience, so good work.
Yes, they do. So here's an energy station, and I'm a little bit low, so I'm just gonna take that.
You always want to take advantage of those energy stations. Every little bit of health matters.
Yeah, for sure. You'll notice that a beeping started. That's actually my Metroid detector, and it's telling me that there is a Metroid nearby. Again, for people that don't really know what Metroids are, they're an alien species that they're pretty dangerous.
Sejam todos bem-vindos aí à live do Trevisan. Quem quiser comentar aí no chat, pode comentar que eu tô lendo no chat aqui. Quem quiser se inscrever também se inscreva no canal. O Trevisan faz lives aqui toda terça, quarta, às 8 da noite. Quinta, às vezes às 8 da noite, quando eu faço live, 8 da noite também. E de sábado a partir das 4 da tarde, galera. Fora muitos outros conteúdos que o canal do Trevisan também traz. Além de vlogs, unboxings, notícias de games.
Going back and trying to find every square inch of the map to find all of the many hidden secrets. So this pin system is actually very, very useful.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting close, but I'm gonna go investigate this area.
Your Metroid senses are still tingling, so keep searching.
He's getting closer because the beeping is getting a little bit more insistent.
Oh, nice. Found a hidden missile tank.
Yeah, but see, there was an example where I kind of knew already that this pass was there, but the scan pulse would have been very useful right there to kind of show those blocks. Here's another save station. So.
Não é muito dinâmica a apresentação da Nintendo, assim,
mostra
bastante
gameplay, mas tá mostrando bastante.
Poderia ser um pouquinho mais dinâmico, com mais conteúdo.
That's a good point. If you ever run into an area you can't progress past, use all of your weapons and abilities. Oh, it's a little friend. Hi, friends.
That was a Metroid, but we're actually not fighting him. We're actually fighting his first evolution. And this is known the Alpha Metroid.
He looks twice as friendly as a regular Metroid.
So if I time it correctly, I can actually
bonito jogo, bem feito.
Melee counter him, and it gives me an advantage to actually hit him for more damage. You'll also see that he'll drop these little sparks. If I actually hit those sparks, I'll get more ammo replenishment. So in case I end up using all of my missiles, I could always go around him and try to shoot those in order to get more missiles.
Nice melee countering. And I'll say, I don't know how well the home audience can hear this, but the sound effects in this game are incredible. The music, the atmospheric sounds are just really great. So, Sakamoto-san, perhaps you could tell us a little bit about what went into the development of the soundtrack.
Se você puder se inscrever aí, vai dar uma grande ajuda aqui pro Trevisan, fazendo sua inscrição aqui no canal, participando das lives, vendo os vídeos, tem muito conteúdo no canal do Trevisan Game que você pode gostar.
今回のサムスリターンでは、スーパーメトロイドの時のサウンドのコンポーザーが2人参加しています。
Well, we have two of the composers who worked on Super Metroid on the team for Samus Returns.
É parecido com Contra, quem já jogou Contra e Super Contra, tem algumas partes aí bem parecidas.
こうしてほしいという音楽をどんどん提供してくれるんでも
And you know,
安心です。
and they've worked on pretty much every Metroid
estilo de
title since
tiro
that
também
time doing
dele, assim,
music
é bem
for us.
parecido.
And so I really don't have to say anything. They just go do what they do, and what they do is create great music.
Excellent. Well, lock them up. Don't ever let them go. Whoops. So you made quick work of that Alpha Metroid. Good work.
I did. So I'm actually going to go return to that gate that I couldn't get to before and see what happens now. So I make my way there. So in the original Metroid 2, whenever you defeated a certain prerequisite number of Metroids, the ground would rumble and then you would know that you would be able to proceed to the next area. So now, in this game, you have these gates, and if you press on it and you enter the Metroid DNA that you had just gathered from the Metroid you just killed, it will enter into this gate, unlock, reduce this hazardous liquid that was killing me before, and now I'm able to get to the next area.
It's really cool having this really visual cue of your progress in the game as well.
1h15
So
já,
now I'm
pelo
going to
menos
go
já
to
tem
a later area in the
uns
game.
10 minutos de apresentação aí de Metroid no
And
3DS.
we've gotten a glimpse of it a little
acho que-
bit, but the 3DS hardware
chega, né?
really goes a long way in bringing this
Mostrou
world to life.
bastante
It
do
helps
jogo aí.
communicate the isolation of Samus being stuck on this alien planet. So, Sakamoto-san, could you speak a little to how you
Ou vai
used
mostrar mais?
3DS tech to bring this world to life and really reimagine it?
3DS 技術が
mostrar
没
mais
入感、雰囲気、まあそれ上にこの未知の惑星サムスの一人の、孤独感をより高めていると思いますが、3DS 用にどういうふうにその技術を使って、この世界を、想像し直されたのでしょうか。
はい、確かにおっしゃる通り、今回のというか、サムスのこのゲームですね、ここでは3D の立体視というものが非常に効果的だと思います。まあ、例えばじゃあ技術面でホセさん何かありますか？
So yeah, I mean I do think that with this title, of course, with Samus, the 3D, the glasses-free 3D, the 3D effects are put to great use. It really does help build the world that we're exploring. But I'd like to go ahead and ask Jose to talk a little bit about some of the more technical aspects.
Yes, it was very clear to us from the beginning that if we wanted to convey to the player the greatness of the inner depths of the planet and the past glory of the social civilization, we had to provide a big sense of scale thanks to the depth given by the 3DS capabilities. So we wanted to reflect this from early on in the development process.
Chefão, né?
This
Metroid
scale,
aí.
through the first initial concept parts.
Thank you so much.
Deveria aumentar um pouco essa tela.
Ah,
Queria ver
I
esse
always
mapa.
do.
Pra que ver o mapa? Bom, sei lá. Não tem tanta
I
importância.
ran into his room and he didn't like me being here.
Oh, you woke him up from a nap. Don't do that.
But I'm stuck here until he gives me leave.
And now's not the time to play with it necessarily, but I wanted to point out that you also got your spider ball upgrade.
That's right,
Which
and
is really handy.
I also got bombs here. So these are actually very handy for taking him out. Oh my gosh.
So while you play with your new friend, this is obviously an enemy from the original game, and that brings to mind the fact that all of the enemies have actually been redesigned for this version. So,
Fala,
Jose,
senhor
perhaps you
Gumelo.
could
E aí,
tell us a little bit
Trevisan?
about what
Fala,
the process
beleza,
was
meu
for
amigo?
redesigning
Tudo
the
tranquilo
enemies
por aí?
for the original game.
Apresentação da Nintendo parece que fica meio mostrando novidades aí do 3DS agora. Já mostramos Super Mario Odyssey e alguns lançamentos para 2017 e alguns para 2018. Tá tudo na live aí, quem quiser assistir depois só vai ficar no canal aí. Obrigado a todos que estão assistindo aí, se puderem ficar, compartilhar ideias aqui, conversar com o Trevisan no chat aqui, o Trevisan tá disponível. Bater um papo aí no chat.
So I could actually take the spider ball, and the spider
Contem
ball
aí
is
as
actually an
novidades que
ability
vocês
here
estão
that's
achando, que
very
estão gostando.
very unique to Metroid.
Se inscreva no canal se não for inscrito
I'm
ainda.
actually gonna do a very hard technique that
Mas
I'm
já
not
temos
doing
aí uns
very
15
good right now.
minutos de
I swear I
Metroid, se não
practiced
mais.
The bomb jump.
Oh no. All right, well, let's
Metroid
try.
fans have spent hours trying to get to the craziest places using bomb jump.
Oh no.
But as you're trying to work your way around this map, that also brings me to the point that a lot of the maps have been redesigned for the new system. So, Jose, can you speak a little to the process of redesigning the maps as well?
Yes, we wanted to respect as much as possible the original layout of the original game because it has such a distinct structure within the Metroid series. And well, we wanted to add a lot of new things because we wanted to be felt also new. And we added lots of sections different from the original game because we wanted to accommodate all of our gameplay needs. And also we wanted the game to be more, the exploration to be more dynamic and diverse than in the original game, introducing some classic abilities from other games in the series but that were not present in the original game. And also we added some new, of course, special abilities that are unique to this title. So the combination of both made us realize some very interesting situations regarding level design for players to actively figure out their way forward in new ways.
Thank you.
Actually, before I take this elevator, I want to show this. This is also a new feature to Metroid Samus Returns, and it's a teleport station. This actually helps a lot with the mobility of the game, where instead of backtracking all the way through previous areas, you could actually use the teleport to quickly jump into a new area. And this actually really helps when you're trying to gather some items that you weren't able to in the past or explore new pathways that you weren't able to before. I'm not going to take it right now. I'm actually going to go back and take this elevator to a new area.
But you're right, it's such a huge addition to the game, being able to more quickly get to the areas you've already been to and find all those juicy secrets you weren't able to get at before.
Well, because like
puder dar uma força aí, se inscreve no canal do Trevisan aqui. Ajuda o parceiro aqui do Trevisan. Trevisan que tá fazendo bastante vídeo pra vocês, trazendo novidade, cobrindo o E3 aí com vocês.
You definitely want to get all those upgrades
trago
and items,
vlogs,
and it
notícias, unboxing no canal. Espero que você possa me acompanhar aqui e seguir a família Trevisan. Esses treviseiros aí que me ajudam e participam sempre da live aqui. BF1 hoje, senhor Gumelo, talvez à noite, né? Não hoje à tarde, mas à noite, lá a partir das 8 da noite.
Just to make sure, while you have the Aeon energy, might as well.
There you go.
Excellent.
So we're gonna go up here.
I love how if you had just shot up above you, it would have looked like there wasn't anything to break.
Yeah,
it's actually good that you used your scan pulse right there.
Yeah, I have gotten lost more than once. Here's another suit upgrade.
Metroid Samus Returns.
Oh, I love this.
3DS.
This does feel really good. Really epic.
Nice. And I love how vibrant the colors are. It's just, this world is so Metroid, so beautifully Metroid.
Mas a apresentação da Nintendo é um puta de um spoiler, né?
Because you get to see all the stuff that's happened in the background. But yeah, so I'm gonna go in here.
You know, Samus has her classic suit.
Yeah, her various suit. So I can't go here, so let's try going back to the way we came from. Whoop. Oh, that was close.
That was close.
That was very close. I like to play dangerously.
And now you can survive the very,
yes.
very hot lava.
So we're gonna explore this room now. And we could always go back and explore. So I'm gonna do another pin here. But I'm also gonna show here, there's this information screen that will actually, it will show different items that are shown in the map. And if you're not quite sure what that icon means, it will actually tell you here. And it will actually unlock too once you've discovered it and you know how to interact with it. So definitely keep an eye on these because these are actually really informative.
It'll help you remember what you already know.
Yeah.
And we've already seen a few new Chozo artifacts, but that brings me to the question, Sakamoto-san, can you tell us a little bit about the decision to integrate more Chozo artifacts into this version of the game?
他のメトロイドゲームに比べて
Tá chovendo bastante aqui, galera. Manhã toda, desde manhã cedo aqui, 7 horas já tava chovendo. Achei até que não ia conseguir fazer. Mas às vezes a queda na internet aí ocorre um pouquinho de queda. Me desculpem. Espero que vocês possam compreender aí, dar essa força e se inscrever no canal Contribuindo Game também. Aproveitar o conteúdo
the Chozo civilization at one point, and so it saw the Chozo flourish, and it also saw them crumble. So this whole area has this historical background of being a place just sort of filled with lots of riddles.
なので彫像文明の遺跡であるとかそういったものがたくさん、はい、あるわけですね。
So that's why you see all of these again Chozo ruins that you mentioned throughout the
Chovendo aí, Sr. Gumelo.
リターンズ遊んでいただくとその文明の謎がある程度わかるんじゃないかなと思って。
And I think if you get a chance to play Samus Returns, you might find some of the answers to the riddles that the Chozo civilization left behind.
What a tease he is.
さらに謎が深まるんじゃないかなと。
But it is possible that there may be some new and more intriguing riddles introduced through the game as well.
Fine, I guess everyone's just gonna have to wait and see.
ネタバレしないようにね、はい、自分で皆さん頑張ってプレイしてもらいたいですね。
And Teresa, you've gotten yourself into trouble again.
I did. So this is the second evolution of the Metroid species. This is the Gamma. I was able to do a counter melee on him finally as he came up close to me. But I'm also going to use Ice Beam because it seems to be really weak to his nucleus. So I'm just going to keep on attacking him. But yeah, he's got a dynamic set of moves. He's swooping down on me. He's throwing electricity on me.
But that's a good point. If you're ever fighting an enemy or a boss and your weapon of choice doesn't seem to be making a big dent, try one of your other weapons or abilities because they might be a little more successful.
And since I'm a little bit low on health, I'm going to feel safer if I put on my lightning armor. So I'm just going to go here.
You've made him mad.
Yeah, he is not happy with me.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. Those spider legs are really creepy.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of spiders, so yeah, this guy creeps me out.
Oh, he's turned red though.
There you go.
You're doing well.
Yes,
almost there.
I should be almost there.
And that's another kind of visual indicator to show you that you're getting closer to making mincemeat of this guy.
Yeah, and there's all.
になりすぎたら困るし、どうやってそのバランスを取ったのでしょうか。
はい。そうですね。やっぱり強力な武器っていうのは使うと爽快ですし、お客さんも使いたいでしょうし、我々もどんどん使っていただけというのはあります。
Well, of course,
está complicado hoje com a chuva aqui, galera. É fibra, mas hoje ainda está complicada essa internet aqui. Vocês me desculpem pelas quedas aí.
ただそれをやたら使ってしまうとゲームがすごく簡単になりすぎたりとか、あと新鮮味が失われたり、緊張感が失われていったりして、どんどん刺激がなくなっていって価値が下がってしまうという懸念があるわけです。
But one of the things we have to be careful of is if we overuse them, if we make them too powerful, it reduces some of the tension that you feel in the game, and it sort of has the counter effect of actually reducing the excitement and sort of.
Galera, mas se eu tivesse a fim de assistir a gameplay inteira de Metroid, é só vir assistir a E3 da Nintendo aqui que você vai conseguir assistir a gameplay completa aí de Metroid. Já tá me enjoando isso. Quase meia hora já de Metroid, tivemos uma meia hora de Mario e acabou a apresentação. Ah, você tá jogando BF1 aí. Jogou no multiplayer ou não?
Well, yeah, and I think a good example of some of the difficulty in that fine-tuning is what we just saw on screen, is this beam burst. And what's difficult again about finding that balance is you have to measure the effect of the weapon, and you also have to take into consideration the amount of energy uses and the supply of energy that's available to you, and trying to come up with again a balance that works through and keeps all of those factors in mind. It can be challenging. I think we put quite a load on Mercury's team and having them do that, but I think they did a remarkably good job.
Yes, I completely agree with Sakamoto-san's words. It was difficult to balance the new abilities, not only because they can be used alone, but only because they can be used in combination between them, and also they can be combined with the classic abilities too. So at the end, it was pretty tough, but we, however, are very confident that we finally found the best possible balance for all players to fully enjoy them.
Yes, I think you achieved a great balance, and trust me, it's still difficult.
Alright, so my Metroid detective.
Yes, you can do this. We all believe in you.
I'm gonna skip the cutscene because I can. I'm gonna get right into that. Alright.
Wow. Nice melee counter right off the top.
Oh, he was nice enough to give it to me, so I'll take it.
Yes.
Oh no.
Mais Metroid, eu não aguento mais Metroid. Chega de Metroid. Deixa a gente fazer cortar. Meu Deus do céu. Vou esperar passar esse Metroid aí, vocês.
I like green.
Eu já volto.
But not in my face. No.
And as we're showcasing here, the new abilities, your beam burst there, your lightning armor, they add to the experience, but as to the balance they were talking about earlier, they definitely don't make it easier. You have the ion gauge, and you can't spam these abilities at all. I mean, I think you're already out of them, so.
Oh, again.
It's all right. Third time's the charm.
He's pretty strong. Yeah,
He's pretty awful.
I'm hopeful that this third time I can get it.
Yes. You have the power of Samus at your disposal.
I have all her abilities. Alright, let's try this again.
Oh, of course.
Oh, I missed him. He missed me at that time. That was lucky.
He's gonna feel that tomorrow.
Hope so. So mean.
That was your favorite.
Oh god, I absolutely hate this ability.
You know, he's more afraid of you than you are of him.
Is
Remember that.
Is that really
That's
the case?
The truth.
I don't think he cares much about me. Oof.
Oh boy. Just when you think you have a handle on it, he switches it up.
Oh, yeah, I know. I always need to be on guard with him because it's never the same pattern or consistent at all.
You're getting really close, though. I think you can do this.
Oh, I don't know. I got one bar left. Oh. No. No.
Oh, so close.
All right, I can do it. I can do this. I
We
swear.
believe in you. This is the time. And he's not going to do that move that
Maybe
you hate over and over again.
Maybe Sakamoto-san can give me some tips.
何かヒントありませんでしょうか。
頑張ってください。
Good luck.
That's all I get.
No pressure having the creator of Metroid watching you.
No.
I love how dynamic the beam burst looks.
It is. It feels so good. And I ran out of Aeon energy. Ah, that was my best one.
Oh no. Way now.
Valeu, Antônio André, por se inscrever aqui na live do Trevisan Game. Obrigado, viu, pela sua inscrição. Seja sempre bem-vindo, meu amigo. Fique à vontade para comentar no chat aí, viu, parceiro? Participar das lives do Trevisan aqui toda terça, quarta, quinta, às vezes, e sábado às 4 da tarde. Terça, quarta e quinta a partir das 8 da noite.
Well, that is all we have to show for game footage, but we do have some cool announcements to also show to the folks at home, so I'm really excited.
Shall we?
Oh, we shall. All right, so as you probably might have seen in the very beginning of the game, the surface area, amiibo functionality is active in this game. It does support the two Samus, the Zero Suit Samus and the regular Samus from the Super Smash Bros. Line, but there's also two new amiibo that we're so excited to show right here.
Humberto Júnior, nosso novo parceiro aqui, nosso novo inscrito. Obrigado pela sua inscrição, viu, Humberto? Bem-vindo aqui à família Trevisan. Trevisan comenta sempre que pode, faz bastante amizades aí. Seja bem-vindo, fique à vontade para comentar, participar aí do chat, Humberto.
Again here, but she's in her classic Metroid 2 pose, and that is just so cool. Like the amount of detail that's around her, it's just
bem legal os action figures aí do Metroid. São bem colecionáveis, bem legal mesmo. Eu nunca tive intenção de ter um 3DS, mas esse Metroid foi bem legal, cara, curti bastante aí. Só enjoei de ver, né? Muito tempo de gameplay, eu acredito que é desnecessário tanto gameplay assim, mostrar tanto do jogo.
最後に何か一言か何か発表したいこと何かありますでしょうかね。
どうしたんですか?
Yes, I wanted to thank Sakamoto-san and Nintendo for relying on us to develop this new Metroid game. So thank you so much.
Yeah. 私たちもマーキュリー・スティームさんというすごくいいパートナーに巡り会えて、2D メトロイドの可能性をすごく広げることができて非常にハッピーです。
Yeah, I think we are very happy, of course, to have been lucky enough to team up with Mercury Steam on this project, and we really feel that
de nada, Humberto Júnior, seja sempre bem-vindo mesmo aí.
Metroid franchise has really just opened up for us a lot, so thank you so much.
そしてもう一つあれですよね、お知らせがあるんですよね。
One other thing I'd like to talk about today.
Ainda não, viu, Humberto? Não falou muito, mostrou alguma coisinha assim, mas sabe quando é aquele trailer bem rápido que aparece assim, mas não falou nada não. Pokémon aqui.
Launch and put on the market a special edition for Metroid Samus Returns.
Oh, there it is. Oh, awesome. Oh, that's so pretty. So it also has on the cover the original pose from the Metroid 2 Return of Samus. So that's so cool.
Yeah, and we've got a soundtrack there and reversible covers. So
yeah,
that's
so
pretty neat.
The soundtrack is actually called Samus Archives. It's a music CD and it has about, I think, 25 tracks. Yeah, and it's just a collection of all the games that have come out so far for the Metroid series featuring our beloved heroine Samus, including this one. So I hope you guys really, I'm super excited for it, so I hope you guys are too, and it's a really cool treat.
Yes, thank you so much for telling us about that, Sakamoto-san, and thank you, Jose.
Thank you. All right.
So I think later today we're going to have a trailer.
Oh, that's right. So one more treat for you all. So those of you that have a Nintendo 3DS at home, you're actually able to see the trailer that aired earlier today. And it actually, because you have a Nintendo 3DS, if you're able to put on the 3D functionality, you'll
Desculpa essas travadas que tá dando, galera. É muita chuva que tá tendo aqui. É fibra aqui, mas tá complicado de eu conseguir fazer alguma live perfeita aqui com esse monte de chuva que tá acontecendo.
To have that available for you today, and you could download it for free on the Nintendo eShop.
And thank you so much for tuning in. We're so happy to be able to show you Metroid Samus Returns. Thank you again, Sakamoto-san and Jose, for joining us and speaking with us. And please stay tuned. Next up, we have Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, so don't go anywhere.
That's right.
Thanks.
Mais um intervalo aí, acredito eu. Esses intervalos demoram alguns minutos aí. Da última vez, acho que mais de 2 minutos, não tenho certeza. Nós estamos com 50 minutos de apresentação, mas não. 1h50 né? 1h50 minutos de apresentação da Nintendo. Mostrou muito gameplay de Metroid, muito gameplay de Mario Odyssey. E mais um intervalo agora, sendo que esse intervalo geralmente demora um pouco. Enquanto o momento a gente comentar aí, a galerinha que não é inscrita, se inscrever no canal do Trevisan aqui, dá essa força. O Trevisan faz lives de Battlefield, Horizon Zero Dawn, faz gameplays aí ao vivo com a galera aí sempre, toda terça, quarta e sábado. Jogo pra caraca, Daylight, Resident Evil 7, a gente tá jogando. Tem muito jogo, galera, muito jogo que a gente joga aí e eu acredito que vocês que não forem inscritos vão curtir bastante. É só se inscrever aí pra não perder mais nada. Agora tem bastante gente jogando lá, mas você pode ver que ainda tem ali 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 lugares para poder jogar ali. Que a gente tá vendo, né? Porque tem do outro lado também, é lá de frente e atrás ali tem monitores. Uma área bem grande com bastante Nintendo Switch para você jogar. Lá na feira, na E3, Los Angeles, na Califórnia. Um dia ainda irei lá visitar essa feira pessoalmente, galera. Futuro próximo e próspero. Comenta aí, Humberto, de onde você é, meu amigo. Quantos anos tem? Quem que curte jogar? Só Nintendo ou curte mais algum outro tipo de console também?
Go off the rails. Don't you know it's time to raise our sails? It's freedom like you never knew. 20 bags or a pass. Say the word, I'll be there in a flash. You could say my hat is off to you. Oh, we can zoom all the way to the moon from this great wide wacky world. Jump with me, grab coins with me, oh yeah. Jump up in the air, jump up, don't be scared. Jump up and your cares will soar away. And if the dark clouds start to
Hey, welcome back to Nintendo Treehouse Live. I'm Terry, and we have Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle coming up right now. First, let's do some introductions. I have my colleague here, Rich, and we have some friends of ours from Ubisoft, Xavier and Davide. Thank you for coming, guys.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So let's go into the game and let's kind of go talk about a little bit of this game for us.
Mas aí parceiros da Ubisoft, né, para mostrar o novo
Mario
Rabbids.
plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle is the game we just announced.
Promissor, sim.
We're super happy.
Multiplayer, né?
We were announcing the game yesterday at the conference,
Nintendo Switch,
and since then we started to show a bit of the gameplay.
Yep.
So we're super happy to show today more of the basics and combat basics, exploration, and so that's what we're gonna do. And in terms of the game itself, so what happened is the rabbits have just been teleported into the kingdom.
A twisted version
desenhados, né, em
and it changed completely the kingdom in itself by twisting it. So you'll have a lot of surprises and elements in the environment, but basically Mario doesn't know anything about the rabbits when the game starts. So we're still at the beginning of the game here, but basically that's when things start to go a bit crazy with twisted elements. We even have this plant here. There's a bit special.
So yes, we tried to recreate a very immersive world by using the misproportion. So you feel that you are small and in a huge environment which is enveloping you. And everything around you is animated. Like for example, this plant, it's incredible because it's animated by hand and it's following the music of Grant Kirkhope, which is the
Salvador, Bahia, tem 21 anos. É isso aí, Humberto. Eu já fui para Salvador aí na minha... Quando eu casei.
It's part of things that
um pouco mais de 2 anos atrás aí. Fui aí, fiquei em Salvador. Fiquei lá no... na Costa do Sauípe.
And big part of the game as well is the combat itself.
And when the players see those enemy flags in front of them, they know that they are about to play in a fight.
Before we go in, actually, there is a couple interesting characters following Mario. Let's talk about them a little bit.
Yeah, so aside the big Goomba, there's been almost played with because of the rabbits and stuff. For the characters and the heroes themselves, so we have Mario, of course. He's a true hero. He's a fighter-like character in combat as well, so he's really strong almost everywhere.
Evoluído nessa questão, sem muita guerra de consoles. A gente tem que gostar do jogo em si. A gente espera que os jogos saiam mais bonitos, né? Tenham qualidade, gráfico, diversão também, principalmente.
He's really clumsy.
Espero que isso aconteça.
But at the same time, he's quite
Você tem um 360, mas pretende comprar o PS4 ou um Xbox One. Pretendo também comprar um Nintendo Switch. Eu tenho aqui o PS4 e tenho o Xbox One. E agora eu pretendo comprar o Xbox One X no final do ano aí, né? Ver se eu consigo. Logo no final do ano, vamos ver. Pra trazer conteúdo pro canal, né, galera? Vocês curtem bastante, então eu tento trazer bastante conteúdo legal aqui. Nintendo Switch, por enquanto, ainda não tô muito empolgado, vamos dizer assim, que teve alguma coisa que me fascinou. Na verdade, tô esperando o anúncio das third parties aí para jogos exclusivos para Nintendo, entendeu? Tô esperando bastante isso aí, quero ver se ela mostra algum conteúdo hoje.
So you switch from exploration mode to battle mode this way. So basically when you see those two flags, you switch to battle mode. And you don't control anymore directly your characters, you control Beepo, little cursor you see in front. And this little guy in fact is telling you, you can tell him where to go and the characters will follow. So that's a big difference between the two. And for us it was a good match, you know, between exploration and combat in terms of the feeling we have.
Não sei se é multiplayer, tá?
The combat, a fly cam is showing you the battleground, but you can always use the tactic cam, which is a tool that will let the player observe the surrounding to decide what to do, the best move to take. And as you can see in the top right part of the stream, the mission objective, it's a rich area. So it's not really important to defeat the enemy there, but to really decide the best way possible way to arrive directly at the objective. So the player will have two choices: directly in front of the enemy, that seems a little bit risky, or moving a little bit on the right to use the cover and being protected by the attack of the rabbits. So what you see right now is Xavier, which is controlling the heroes. In this case, each heroes can perform 3 different types of action. As we are quite early in the game, right now we have only movement and attack. Later on there will be techniques, which is way more, let's say, an indirect way to deal with an enemy, and it's more magical. But the blue line is defining where the characters can move. And in this case, Xavier could, for example, go behind the cover in order to be half protected, or just go in front of the enemy.
So as soon as you press, the character moves. And like David said, we can attack, but it will show first the movement phase itself. You can do whatever you want. You can move first, attack then. It's up to you to decide, in fact.
You can advance towards another corner, such, for example, as Rabbit Luigi is doing, or even better, you can move the cursor behind one of your teammates in order to activate what we call the team jump. And the team jump is expanding your area of movement, allowing you to go much further than your normal area of movement.
Right.
And this is also allowing you to fill the gaps, such as the small river that you can see in front of you. After that, you can choose, but there is no sequence, right?
Exactly. So basically here,
Mais jogo de estratégia do que multiplayer, né?
Fight, that the enemies are positioned in a way to zerg you. They called Ziggies. Those guys. Don't have a lot of life points, but they're they dash you all the time. So it's good that I'm on the other side with Mario thanks to the team jump. So when you're ready, you press A.
Desculpem os loadings, galera. Aí é complicado, a internet tá coisa feia.
Is the hit percentage. So 100% means 100% chance to hit. If they are behind a half cover, full cover, it changes. So we'll see that just later on. So I'll continue with the here, and even defeat the enemy in the process. He's zapped out, and in terms of story, basically they're not dying. They're going back to the hub as white rabbits. So we're actually saving the rabbits
That's
here.
great. Then you feel good about defeating these guys.
Absolutely. That's the whole point, because I don't want to spoil too much about the story, but they have been controlled by a force. And by defeating them, you are removing this force from them. And they are part of the gameplay loop of the players, because they will go back to the Peach Castle, and the more you free them, the more they will build a structure that will help the player throughout their adventure.
So we saw there Mario was attacked, but he's behind a full cover, so the enemy had 0% chance of hitting him. But the cover did take damage, I noticed. So.
Exactly. So it's actually something really important in the combat itself. There are actually a side one that we have later in the game, no cover that is really infinite. Like they have this amount of damage, and if they get destroyed, you don't have any cover anymore to defend yourself. So for example here, if I go and attack this enemy, I know I'm not gonna hit it, it's 0% chance, but just to show you the damage on the cover itself, this is a wood cover, so in 2 hits it's gonna be destroyed. And the one you see here next to Rabbit Luigi is a brick cover. So this one is a bit more tough, so 3 hits. So basically, that's really important in the game itself to use this. The enemies will do it, you will do it, so...
And this is cool because you can also use interactive element in the battleground, such as the rabbit's pipe. The rabbit's pipe really helps you to go in other places where you couldn't reach just with your area of movement.
So when you use that tacticam, spot those pipes, and use that to plan out your strategy.
Exactly. So that's why the observation part is important, and we gave this tool to the player in order to really study if they want to the battleground.
Definitely, it does count for you. You do have to explore a bit to really figure out that turn-based strategy and find out what the best advantages you have, especially in this new level and environment that you're encountering.
Exactly. Here, it's even. We showed some gameplay yesterday at the conference. It was justified after. This one is before, like Davide was saying, we don't even have the techniques. But one thing here that is really important for us in terms of design and philosophy was, you see the water? This is creating a gap. So it teaches you to use team jump a lot. But the enemies do not use team jump. Those guys are dashers. You don't have Globetrotter. Globetrotter is the second archetype we have. They do team jumps. But here, we really want to show the player, like, hey, you can protect yourself. They will dash you eventually because they will take the pipe by the end of the map, trying to rush you. But it depends because according to where you are in the fight, we never know what the enemies can do. But they should do that in this map because, again, we wanted to teach you this is the way you can play as well. You can reach bigger zones and reach new areas, but also you can go over gaps like water. And this is quite cool. And later in the game, you'll even have height. So if you go up there, you have an advantage in terms of damage. So it starts to build up, We start to put the ingredients together. And this map is 30 minutes into the game, so it's really a good map to start to get those things.
The players are still learning here, no? So it's really up to them where to move. They want to go directly against the enemy and risking to be dashed. But they maybe could arrive at the objective sooner, or they want to take maybe a more safer route like the one we are taking right now, because we are moving, helping each other using the protection of the colors.
Right, and you had mentioned earlier that the objective for this battle is really to get to this final checkpoint.
Yeah.
There are different battles where you actually have to defeat all the enemies.
So here, it's a tricky map. Of course, we're playing, we know pretty much the map, but for the player, it's going to be a first tricky map because they could take this as, oh, we like to defeat all the enemies. But the issue is that we have a lot of respawn, and the more you wait, the more enemies will spawn, and it's going to be very complicated. So here, it's a reach objective. You need to reach. One of your character needs to be in the zone, and this is something key for the players to do. And then we have multiple enemy objectives. We have defeat all, defeat this type of enemy, reach, escort, and those type of objectives throughout the game to really challenge the player again to do the right decisioning when it matters. So Rabbit Luigi is really close now. He's not close enough because we made it
not close enough to arrive
exactly.
at the mission objective.
Definitely, there's something that we've never seen before, really, with Mario, and he's pairing up with this mashup. But also, we have, Mario for the first time really using a weapon, a projectile weapon, and
Yeah, Mario has never been afraid to take whatever power-ups are, available to him. So it's cool to see these new types of weapons that he can play with.
He's adapting to his surroundings.
Right.
Yes, plus they are very, very light-hearted and funny. Because the weapons in our game are not just there in order to damage the enemy, but they are also a tool to create fun, because you can plug additional behavior, such as you can glue an enemy on the ground. There is a particular enemy that is very powerful in using the techniques. You can freeze his face, so he cannot speak anymore, therefore he cannot use the techniques. There is someone very good at shooting. You can hink his face so he cannot see you and he cannot shoot at you. You can burn enemies so they are running with their bottom on fire. And there is also propagation. So if an enemy on fire is touching another enemy, will propagate. There are some crazy behavior that could happen within the battlefield, and that's what we call the domino effect. So you can chain multiple effects, and the output could be very, very crazy.
Also, when you finish the fight, you can go back, of course, to the zone in free movement and exploration mode. All the coins that you have on your battlefield is because when you destroy covers, you gather coins as well. So even if you hit an enemy behind a cover and the cover is destroyed, it's rewarding as well for the player, so you can go back and buy better weapons thanks to coins. But if we have a few minutes, we just wanted to show something as well here. Just a quick fact, you know, we went that way for the fight itself. But in fact, the most effective way, let's say advanced way, would have been to go that way. Even if it's dangerous, the first round you get, you know, dash and stuff. Second round, you really dash the enemy well. So a good strategy would be to put Mario on the right side. He's a good damage output in terms of his weapon. Rabbit Luigi is not really good with his weapon, but he's good with dashing. So you can put it in the front line, and then you go really quickly to the zone here. So yeah, we just revealed something for people when they will play. Nice. They know how to play the map now. But yeah, it's up to the player to decide. They can go front or go left, right, whatever they have in mind, they can go for it. Depends on the play style itself.
Because a good tactical game should give the player the choice to choose their strategy. So not only in terms of how you want to customize your character, which kind of weapon you want them to be equipped with, but also the plan that you want to take in the battlefield. So we didn't want for the battles to have only one possible solution, but multiple.
So, let's go to the Peach Castle to show the hub itself.
Yeah, let's take a look.
We didn't present it yet, although it's a big part of the game, of course. So, of course, it's a Peach Castle. It was not destroyed by the arrival of the rabbits, so thank God, this is good. But the issue, or let's say the challenge for Peach as a princess as well, is that the castle will evolve as the game progresses. So as you progress, you'll see more stuff built by the rabbits, a bit randomly, or not randomly like this one, Battle HQ, to change your team. Change your weapons, change your skills in the skill tree, access new worlds. So this one is the first one, Ancient Gardens. And you also have many puzzles around that you have to solve. And as you finish a world, you get new contextual actions and exploration as well, so you can progress and see other places that you couldn't go before. So this is key as well for the player to go back to the hub and see what they could do now that have new abilities. So yeah, this hub will evolve throughout the game, and we won't be able to show today the other worlds, but as soon as you finish a world, you can access a new one with this new ability, and the cannon takes you and then shoot you in the world itself. And we just saw an example here of a little puzzle that we have with the red coins that we have in the game as well. So we have yellow coins, red coins, blue coins as well in the bug zones. A museum where you get all your collectibles from the game. You can gather in the game. This one is still broken when you're at that moment in the game, but it's the washing time machine. That's what they use to come in the world itself of Mario. And it will be useful in the future. You can go back and revisit and get better scores in all the fights that you've done. And also other elements that here are teasing that the player will discover. New worlds here, etc., etc. So that's really an important part of the game as well, this hub and how it will evolve with the game itself.
And I do remember that the hub was one of the first things that we decided to do within the game, like really a point of contact for the player to really help me throughout the whole game. And I remember when we were told that we were about to work with Nintendo on a game that was featuring both Mario and the Rabbids, and we immediately understood that it was a lifetime opportunity. We worked really night and day in order to find something unique for the Rabbids, but as well for Mario. So as we are huge tactical fan, we said, okay, we should use them to propose something fresh, something new in the turn-based combat games. But at the same time, we wanted to stay true to the Mario universe. And therefore, we decided to mix those two different phases, but in a seamless way, like the combat and the adventure. And at the end, when we felt that we had a solid idea, we decided to meet with Nintendo. And I remember that we had only 3 weeks and a half. It was crazy to remember, to really prepare something. And when I finally met Mr. Miyamoto, I felt like he's the creator of my favorite game. It's the inspiration of my career as a game designer. And I felt like if I was divided like in two. So the passionate Nintendo player and the Ubisoft creative director, the urgency to ask for an autograph and the responsibility to present the game the most professional way.
Sure.
But at the end, the effort paid off because he told me that he was impressed, and asking how come that we had Mario and Luigi in our prototype. But the truth is that even if we spent, we had only 3 weeks and a half to work on the prototype, we recreated Mario and Luigi from scratch, the model, the animation, the rig, in order to try to translate their essence in our prototype. And I think that this was the moment where we truly convinced Nintendo about our commitment and passion. So from that moment on, we kept meeting with them in Kyoto. It was an incredible journey, and Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle become really a work of love, a labor of love.
That's such an amazing story.
Yeah, I think you guys have a lot to be proud of, and I know that Mr. Miyamoto, he's hard to impress, and you guys have worked really hard, and I'm super proud of what you guys have come up with. I can't wait to play the full game.
And it's just beautiful looking at all the graphics and the different tactical style, but also the exploration of the game. It's a new style that we never really encountered before. So
we didn't sleep a lot these past month and years, but we're super happy to be here and talk about the game. It feels great. Like we were almost like in the cave, working on this game. And I think for the team, the whole team, dev team, all the studios to be here today to talk about the game, show the game. Finally, it's just super exciting.
Yesterday press conference was
yeah, it went very well, and
wall of
all the
emotion.
emotions we had on it was great. And I think now showing the game like that is just incredible. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so
Thanks
much,
a lot.
guys, for coming. So this was Mario plus Rabbids, Kingdom Battle. And then up next, we have Fire Emblem Warriors. Stay tuned for more.
They're basically using different iterations of the same sword, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legendary sword facing off against itself. And I love these special attacks here. They're really dynamic, and they really bring to life the characters that we know and love from the Fire Emblem franchise. And as Matthew is kind of mowing down these enemies here and trying to defeat all of the enemy captains on the map, Hayashi-san, perhaps you could tell us a little bit about the battle system in Fire Emblem Warriors and how it differs from other Warriors games.
はい。はい、今回、ファイアーエンブレム無双はですね、無双の気持ちいい意気投合の爽快感っていうのはもちろんなんですけども、そのファイアーエンブレムの持つシミュレーション要素っていうのをこの無双に落とし込んでいて、今マップにあるように3すくみによってこの得意不得意が一目瞭然出ますし、それ以外にも今キャラクターをダブルっていうことで2人をくっつけたりっていうような要素も覚醒の要素からインスパイアを受けて作っているものです。そういう意味で戦略性のあるファイア無双ゲームとしてこのファイアーエンブレム無双は形にしています。はい。
So this game has a lot of the game elements that you'd be familiar from other Warriors games, like, you know, really over-the-top action and kind of the thrill of taking on hordes of enemies. But it combines that with the RPG simulation elements from Fire Emblem games. For example, the weapons triangle, and also being able to pair up with characters is something that was inspired by Awakening. So we have really the strategic elements of Fire Emblem combined with the thrill of playing a Warriors game.
Absolutely, and there are just all kinds of little touches that I think Fire Emblem fans will especially really appreciate. You mentioned the weapons triangle, and anyone who's played a Fire Emblem game knows the weapons triangle quite intimately, and it's in full effect in this game. And things like pairing up. If you pair up 2 of your units, then you can do things like dual attacks or dual guards, and you can even have them jump in and help each other during their special attacks, which isn't only helpful, it looks really cool.
I think the animations for this game are part of what I love so much about it. Watching all the characters pulling off their critical attacks, like right now with Corrin.
Corrin's going nuts
that
here.
That is insane. And it's not done yet.
No, she's just getting started. Yes. She did give it her all. Thank you, Corrin. Oh no, you made her mad. This one's really cool.
We both are momentarily struck numb by the
I know.
beauty of that attack.
And really, the characters is one of the biggest parts that fans love about the Fire Emblem series. And not only do we get to see a great variety of them and a brand new kingdom and a brand new story, we get to play in a different type of gameplay than we usually do for Fire Emblem Heroes. So that's really neat. And also just seeing them rendered in beautiful HD in these brand new scenarios is just really something else.
And having all of these characters brought together in one game provides us with some unique opportunities as well. You get to see characters who'd never interact in any other game, like fighting side by side or against one another.
Cross paths, yeah. When you might not normally have seen Crom go falchion to falchion with Marth, here we are. Speaking of, Hayashi-san, perhaps you could tell us a little bit about how you achieved the task of making the more action-oriented Warriors gameplay capture the feel of the Fire Emblem series, which is more strategy-oriented.
そこのバランスは本当に非常に大事にしてまして、今のシミュレーションゲームの遊び方、キャラクターをどっちに向かわせるっていうのはもちろん戦略的に遊びたい方はそう遊んでいただいてもいいですし、アクションゲームとしてそこら辺あんまりこうテンポよく遊びたいっていう方はそこにはお任せっていう要素もありますので、プレイヤーの皆さんの好みに合わせて遊べるようにっていうことも意識して作ってます。
So when we were working on this game, we really thought that balance between those two kind of game styles was really important. So in simulation RPG games, you would have strategic elements where you could send characters to different parts of the maps, and those kind of players who are into those games really want to take their time with that. But people who like action games really want to maintain the tempo, and so we have the option of setting that part of the system to be automated so that certain characters will defend and attack on their own. So
thank you. And thank you also for including Prince Xander, who's the Crown Prince of Nor and of my heart.
Well, don't thank him yet.
Well, he showed up to be friends, right? That's my understanding. No?
ちょっと1個だけ例をお伝えすると、このレベルアップ演出、これもやっぱりファイアーエンブレムシリーズから取り入れた演出なんですけども、こういう演出が好きな方はこの演出見てもらえればいいですし、アクションゲームとして毎回この演出入るのはちょっとテンポかなっていう方はオプションでこれの表示をなくすこともできるんですね。そういう形でファイアーエンブレムファンの皆さんに楽しんでいただきつつ、アクションゲームとしても楽しみたい方、よりシミュレーション的に遊びたい方っていう方に遊んでいただけるようにバリエーションよくオプションなんかも用意してます。
Okay, just to comment on something that we just saw on the screen there was the level up sort of sequence. And that's definitely something that we've included for Fire Emblem fans to enjoy, where they'll see that right in the middle of the gameplay. But players who are more used to action games, where they might think that might stop the tempo of the game, they can turn that off in the options. So we definitely wanted to include elements that would make Fire Emblem players happy, but also not kind of disrupt the play for action. Players who really like action games.
Yes, thank you. And they did a fantastic job of it because there are all these little things. I mean, not just the grid-based map, the level up screen, little sound effects that if you're a huge Fire Emblem nerd, like nobody here today at all. No.
Or in this show floor,
no,
anywhere.
Absolutely not. If you love Fire Emblem, you're just going to go nuts over all of the little details and Easter eggs that they put in here for you.
We've got Ryoma now hacking his way through a bunch of minions. They were a lot of axe users, but now we're up against some swordsmen. Hoping to get some like weapons triangle action going on, but he slaughtered them rather quickly.
Yeah, you really do need to pay attention to what weapon you have equipped and what weapon your enemies have equipped. And in the full game, of course, you'll be able to choose which weapons and items you equip your characters with. So.
Oh, Ryoma.
There's Ryoma beating up on innocent civilians like he does.
They just showed up to get a paycheck, and
That's true.
They have no stake here. These poor guys.
今みたいにこうキャラクターをダブルでアクションするとハートマークは出ますけど、あれもキャラクター同士の親密度が上がったっていう証拠なんで、ああいう風にやってもらうとゲームの中でもその2人の仲が良くなることでよりいい効果が出たりっていうこともあります。
You might have seen there when two characters pair up and they attack, there'll be a heart icon that shows over them, and that basically means that the bond between them has gotten closer. So you have that kind of element where characters will build this closeness between them as you play through the game.
Yes, that's true, and we're not going to give away about it, but as Hayashi-san just said, there is a support system of some sort. So again, another thing that's very familiar to Fire Emblem fans that has been brought to life in this Warriors gameplay.
Your strength has given me the courage to fight on.
Charging on deeper into battle now. Who's coming up here?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
Oh no.
It's your buddy.
Okay, we all know who to cheer for here. And it's not Matthew. I'm sorry, Matthew. Hitting an innocent horse. How could you?
It's like a little bit of support from my treehouse member, though.
It's okay. A little on, we'll get some revenge. Trust me. But see, this is really cool. We have Corrin, we have Ryoma, and we have Xander all just dueling it out here in this action gameplay. That's just a scenario we never would have gotten to experience otherwise.
Corrin must feel so conflicted right now.
Yeah, Corrin always feels conflicted.
That's true.
Poor Corrin.
Nicely done.
Good work, Matthew.
Thank you very much.
Made short work of Xander.
Well, no. Xander chose to retreat, for the good of his people. Just don't worry about it.
He had a conflicting appointment.
He did.
I'll show up later.
He had places to be. Showboat. I'm sorry. Ryoma's a good character and stuff.
You sound
I'm
very sincere.
In case you haven't noticed, I might be Team Nor, just a little bit.
Just a touch.
Maybe a little.
It's not revealing at all.
Nope.
No.
So thank you for making quick work of those enemy captains, Matthew. And now we're actually going to jump into a new mode that we're showing exclusively here on Nintendo Treehouse Live, and this is called Coliseum mode. So as Matthew boots it up, Hayashi-san, could you tell us a little bit about what the inspiration was for Coliseum mode and what it adds to the experience?
ファイアーエンブレムで闘技場ってすごく歴史のあって伝統的なモードなんですけど、それをせっかくだから今回ファイアーエンブレム層にも入れたいということで、ゲームのメインのストーリーモードとは別でちょっとこれから今後お伝えするやり込み要素の方にそういった遊びが一つ入っています。でそれはいろんなヒーローたちがどんどん襲ってきて、それをとにかく倒していくっていうような遊びが入ってます。
So as you know, arenas are really kind of a traditional game element from past Fire Emblem games, so we thought that we want to include that in one way or another. So what we did was include it as a mode that's separate from the main story mode, and it's kind of extra game content that you can play in there. And what you'll do is you'll go through and fight lots of heroes one-on-one until you get to the end. Yeah.
Thank you. And as you can see, we jumped right into Coliseum mode. And finally, we're playing as Prince Xander, and he's actually storming Hoshido Castle.
This is his prior appointment. He had a separate engagement.
This is where he ran off to. So as Hayashi-san mentioned, what separates this mode from regular Warriors gameplay is that while you still have waves of enemies to take out, it's much more one versus one focused. So first, Matthew's going to take down these captains here, but then after that, he's actually going to go one-on-one with a series of 6 Fire Emblem heroes, and he's going to have to take them down to win. But he's Xander, so he totally will.
I love watching Xander on his horse charging through hordes of soldiers.
Yeah, we need to take a moment to appreciate the horse here. The horse might be the hero of the whole game. He's fantastic. He flies, he jumps around, he gets right in the thick of it. This horse is really a champion for everyone.
Are you saying Xander's overrated?
No, I would never say that. I'm just saying that the horse is right up to his level.
Equals,
yes.
partners.
Just below him.
今回 E3 ではこの辺の英雄たちを紹介してますけど、もっともっと実はプレイアブルキャラクターいっぱいいますんで、もっともっとお気に入りの男性が登場すると思います。
Okay. So as you can see, we've seen tons of great Fire Emblem characters in this version of the game, but there will be lots and lots of other characters that we'll be revealing. So I'm sure there'll be some other handsome guys in there that you might be interested in, Audrey, as well. Yeah. Possibly.
Thank you.
More husbands for Audrey.
Yay! Just what I need.
でしかも今回皆さんやっぱフルボイスっていうことを非常に今回大事に作ってまして、見ていただく通りもうとにかくいろんなプレイヤーがずっといろいろおしゃべりするようなそんな賑やかなゲームになってます。
And as you can see from the gameplay here, it's fully voiced, so you'll have you'll be able to play through the battles while enjoying hearing all your favorite characters speak, and that really makes it a really feel-good experience while you're playing the game.
And that's a really good point. Hearing all of these lines voiced by our favorite Fire Emblem heroes is just really an incredible thing for fans. So maybe you could tell us just a little bit more about the decision to make all of the lines fully voiced.
ファイアーエンブレムであんまり全部ボイス喋るって、エコーズではありましたけど今までなくて、今回この、皆さんがムービーで見るようなリアルなグラフィックのファイアーエンブレムのヒーローたちを実際にプレイできるようにっていうことで今回やったので、ボイスも自然とやっぱこのモデルだったらやっぱみんなちゃんと喋ってほしいよねということで今回フルボイス化を最初から決めて作ってました。
So, well, it's not like every single element of the game is voiced, like it might be in Echoes, but this is definitely a game that takes the characters that you've seen in movies from past Fire Emblem games, but then makes them playable within the game. So that's really kind of a special thing that we're doing here with the game. So we thought that it would really make sense. The only way to kind of to bring justice to that would be to add voice to their actions during the game. Yeah.
Absolutely, it really does add a lot. And as we saw, Xander made quick work of Marth there.
That's true. Plowed right through them.
Yes.
And the voice isn't just like flavor, it also provides you with a lot of in-game instruction and direction about where your weak areas are on the map and where soldiers need, or where your characters need to be deployed. So it works across the board to bring people into the Fire Emblem experience.
It really does. And now something terrible and wonderful is happening. Crom has showed up, and it's husband versus husband. I don't know who to cheer for.
It's okay. Let the battle decide.
Yes.
Whoever is more worthy of your affections wins.
Oh, God. Matthew, you fiend. What are you doing?
I didn't set this up.
This is all you're doing. All right, fight wisely.
Yeah, there's no winning for you. There's no winning for me, actually. You could pull it off. Yeah, give him some space, Matthew. For God's sake.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, poor Crom.
Crom stands alone as his soldiers are run down. He's taking the patient approach, luring him out. And there it is.
It's hard to watch. Maybe they're sparring, and they're going to be best friends.
Afterwards.
And star in a buddy comedy.
Together they fight crime.
Yes, it could happen. You know, that's going to hurt tomorrow.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, and there's Xander's special attack.
This won't do him in, but it's going to sting.
Yeah. It's not as special when it's against Crom. And now we have Rowan showing up, and this is the twin brother of Liana, who we saw earlier on in the segment.
Right. There it is. That means that Crom is no longer fighting alone.
Xander's pretty powerful, though, so
yeah.
We'll see if even the two of them can manage.
We'll see what Matt's strategy is here, too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just to start murdering them. His strategy is to murder.
That's a sound strategy, actually.
There it is.
And I also want to point out that in Coliseum mode, you can actually play as different Fire Emblem characters and go to different stages, but I think I'm pretty set on storming Hoshido Castle as Xander. That works for me.
Yeah, so we're just seeing a little slice of the content, but it goes much deeper than this.
A slice?
A couple of slices.
Swords? I'm sorry.
Oh, good Lord. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
My brain thinks up puns before I realize what it's doing.
Oh, don't put baby in a corner. Yeah, the horse knows better. The horse is trying to get away from Crom.
Xander, no.
Oh, look at that flip. That horse is amazing.
See if we can get a couple of pirouette kicks in. Oh, little slide. He's got both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not going to go well for
He actually got their stun gauges down and then did his special attack, which was a really sound strategy.
That you wish he wasn't using.
I wish he wasn't doing it.
Okay, so he doesn't have much left to him, and that took care of him.
Yeah, did he level up on Crom?
No, that was.
Okay.
I think that was Rowan who leveled up.
Because that would have been rude.
Yeah.
Crom is still here. But
Crom will die a dignified death.
Crom's tired. Crom's gonna go nap now. Don't worry about him.
And there it is. I mean, the decision is made.
There's the no.
You have to live with it.
I don't have to live with anything.
So we're just waiting for the gates to crack open now?
Yep, and then we're going to have more Fire Emblem heroes to rip our hearts out. I mean, to battle. But really, that's one of the joys of this game, is that we see all of these characters that we love from previous Fire Emblem games, and we get to see them interact in new, wonderfully painful ways.
Now we've got Corrin here defending Hoshido Castle.
Yeah, Corrin showed up. For anybody who played Fire Emblem Fates, Corrin is Xander's... Let's go with sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's say sister.
Just to summarize.
Yes. They're really pretty upbeat, considering they're fighting to the death.
Fighting to the nap.
Yeah, fighting to the nap.
Yeah.
And I love how even as Xander is basically trying to wreck house on Corrin, he's still giving pointers and trying to be the tutor here.
Very, very big brotherly.
Absolutely.
I noticed that Xander is shielding or blocking from time to time. The horse is just shaking it all off. The horse doesn't care.
I told you, this horse is a beast. This horse is going to save everyone.
You've already got Corrin down to less than half.
Yeah.
Making short work of her.
That's what you get for choosing Hoshido.
But she's got a little support.
And now we have Liana showing up. Don't tell her what happened to Rowan. She might not be happy about it.
I love these character introduction scenes as well.
Yeah, all of the character introductions, their animations, their special attacks, are just so much effort and detail was put into them.
Oh, they are. Wow. Oh, wait, okay. I thought they were pushing Xander back for a bit, but he's rallied.
It's really rough to be a red shirt here in Hoshido Castle.
They're complaining to wardrobe right now.
Yeah, I told you I wanted the blue shirt. Oh, look at this beautiful leaf. Don't you love nature, Rich?
Ryoma hates leaves.
Ryoma, why would you do that? That's just awful.
He just hates raking.
He really does. So now, the Crown Prince of Hoshido, who hates leaves and nature, has just showed up, and Xander's gonna make him cry. Go make him cry, Matthew.
All right, I'll try my hardest.
I'm not Matthew's boss, but I'm acting like it. Go kill things.
Kill in my name.
Yes.
Just happens to coincide with what I'm doing already. So.
Good. Yeah, make sure he feels it. No quick death. No honor for him.
I'm sure. And level up.
Yeah, this game makes me feel like a bad person, but in the best of ways.
It's power up.
Now we have the legendary Blade Siegfried.
So many legends.
So many legendary
so many blades.
Yes. Oh, sorry, Liana. That's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt worse in a few minutes.
Yeah. So we only have a few minutes, and we must make Ryoma suffer. So make him suffer, please.
Yeah, the question is, can we cause enough suffering to Ryoma, by we I mean Matt,
Yes.
before we have to move on?
I think it's a team effort. I feel like we're channeling our positive vibes his way.
We're all doing it.
Yes.
We're all winning today.
I'm ready. I'm prepared. I love how the enemies drop money, too. Like, they don't need that anymore. Take that off your hands.
That'll do it.
Yes.
Nice.
Excellent work.
Perfectly timed.
We didn't get to see him fall, but I'm sure it was glorious.
There's nothing more shameful than an off-screen death.
Perfect.
And scene.
Now we've got, the hero of everything.
Husband victorious.
Yay. Score 1 for Husbando. All right, now that's all of the gameplay that we have to show off today, but we have a little something special that I can't quite reach.
All right.
Maybe
Give you a
Rich can
hand
reach
here.
them.
Just cover it up. So,
Gotta
secrets.
reveal these.
Secrets are happening.
All right, behind this hand here, we have a couple of secrets happening, and that is 2 new Fire Emblem amiibo. which are right here. We have Crom, who I'm just going to hold a little, and Tiki. Now, these are brand new Fire Emblem amiibo, and just like all Fire Emblem amiibo, they will actually be compatible with Fire Emblem Warriors. We're not going to talk about what they can do, but all you need to know is that look how cool they are, and they're compatible. Yes, that cape is pretty special, actually.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, thank you so much for joining us today, Hayashi-san. And do you have any final words that you'd like to say to our audience?
はい、ファイアーエンブレムウォリアーズは、ここに出てるようなプレイブルキャラクター今回紹介させていただきましたけども、まだまだプレイブルまだ剣のキャラクターばっかりじゃないかっていうご意見もあると思うんで、そういったキャラクターをこれからどんどん公開していきますんで、これからも続報を楽しみにしててください。はい、よろしくお願いします。
So in Fire Emblem Warriors, you've seen just a small selection of some of the characters that are going to be available in full game. So we'll definitely be announcing more characters that are going to be in the game coming up. And some people said, oh, they're only sword users that we've revealed so far, but there are all kinds of other characters that are coming. So we really hope that you're going to enjoy the game.
Great. Thank you so much for your time. And thank you, Matthew, for destroying Ryoma.
Yeah,
thank you, Rich and Owen.
Yeah,
thank you,
thanks,
Crom and
everyone.
Xander. And thank you, everyone, for watching. This has been Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3, and we've got some more great content coming up soon. So please stay tuned.
With me, grab coins with me, oh yeah. Come on and jump up in the air, jump without a care. Jump up 'cause you know that I'll be there. And if you find you're short on joy, don't fret, just don't forget that you're still a one-up boy. So go on, straighten up your cap, let your toes begin to tap. This rhythm is a power shoe. Don't forget you're the superstar. No one else can make it this far, but go through.
Galerinha, tá longo esse negócio aqui, tá muito longe de terminar. Já estamos aí com... Desde a 1h da tarde, já são 3h50. Eles só mostram gameplays. A televisão vai ficando por aqui, galera. Não vai continuar e não sei que hora que vai acabar isso aqui. E eu sei que estão mostrando bastante gameplays. Não desmerecendo, mas fica muito repetitivo, né? Muito repetitivo e as pessoas perdem o interesse. Assim como vocês também perdem o interesse. Eu não tenho que comentar aqui por ser muita repetição. A gente fala e não vai ter muito o que comentar. Mas a principal atração que foi do Nintendo 3DS e também Super Mario, que foi uma apresentação boa. E alguns outros jogos passaram aí na conferência da Nintendo. Eu vou ficando por aqui e vou encerrando a minha live por aqui, porque é muita repetição, galera. E isso aí acho que não interessa ao público aqui. Só essas pausas que eles dão aqui, mais ou menos 2 minutos. Cada pausa a gente tem que ficar esperando. Não é uma coisa muito dinâmica. Não é o que a gente espera. Não é o que eu esperava para a conferência da Nintendo. Eu não tô com muito paciência, já fiquei aqui muito tempo esperando, eu fico sem comentar. Fica chato. E acho que pra vocês também. À noite tem live, galera, a partir das 8 da noite, se correr tudo bem hoje, porque tá chovendo muito aqui. Se tiver muita chuva, a internet estiver muito ruim, talvez não tenha live, mas a partir das 8 da noite hoje teremos uma livezinha aí, provavelmente BF1, jogando de sniper. Quem não for inscrito, peço que se inscreva e se puder vir assistir a live aqui do Trevisan, será sempre bem-vindo aí para comentar nossas lives toda terça às 8 da noite, quarta às 8 da noite, quinta às vezes, mas também às 8 da noite e de sábado a partir das 4 da tarde, galera. Tá bom, galera? Fiquem com Deus. Muito, muito obrigado. Tchau.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Treehouse Live here at E3 2017. I'm Matthew, joined here again by Rich